Good evening and welcome to Softball SA for a very special presentation brought to you by Spacequake Sports and Softball SA. We're playing fully loaded softball. How exciting is this? James Harris here, and the men next to me are Mark Cramp and Nick Green. Good evening, gentlemen.
Good evening, everybody. Nick,
good evening, James, Mark. Looking forward to this.
Very excited.
The rain has held off, which is great news, so looking forward to a dry game, which will be great.
We have got Summerslam action, fully loaded softball. Softball Australia started this product for participation and for elite softball, and we've decided to give it a go as well. So
it's here.
Yeah, we normally bring you live softball action Wednesday nights and Saturday afternoons, but this year we thought we'd give it a go. Fully loaded softball. What is fully loaded softball, gentlemen? Well, it is a shortened version of the game. I'm hurrying because we're just a couple of minutes away from the start. 3 innings each. 180-foot fences, no timeouts, no warm-up pitches, 15-second shot clock for the pitchers, guys. Did I miss anything?
Loaded bases, 7, 8, 9. Start on the bases. One hit could be a walk-off home run.
When you said we were commentating fully loaded softball, I did think you were talking about fries. So I was thinking it was softball with gravy on it. James,
put his hand up
sounds
straight away.
Much more exciting. Let me tell you, fully loaded softball. Can't wait.
I want some chips and gravy now as well. All right, so they're the new rules. Loaded bases each innings. Thanks for that, Mark. You're going to see loaded bases from the first pitch of the ball game. Now, franchise owners, we've got to thank our franchise owners who have bought teams. Okay, so the players don't have to pay to participate. We've got the Scoots Cafe West Beach Vespas. Thank you very much to those guys. Best coffee and service in West Beach. The Emmsee Sportswear Thunder, and we couldn't do our broadcast without our partnership that we have with Emmsee Sportswear. They have been part of the Softball SA family for years and years for all your softball equipment and apparel. They're on Port Road in Woodville. So thanks to Grant and Roz and the third team. I don't know who they are, guys. Can you tell me who they are?
We're lucky enough to be affiliated with the MFSA Nairne Angels. Very exciting. I've got a little bit of apparel on. Greenie's got the apparel on. We're very excited, James. This has been long in the making. Softball SA and all the team have done a fantastic job to bring this form of the game to South Australia, and we're excited to be on board.
Now, just while you were saying that and mentioning the very special sponsors, we just have had a light sprinkle of rain. It's not going to be too heavy though. I'm hoping it's going to stay away, but it might be enough to keep the dust down. So.
And after the first innings, he'll give us a traffic report.
I was going to make the same joke. We've got our very own D-grade celebrity, Nick Green. You may have seen him on Sunrise.
Yeah, you might remember me from such scenes as, lead paint, delicious but deadly, and
the Stereo Network as well, giving you traffic report.
The traffic jam on Goodwood Road.
Kmart Tire and Auto. No, not Kmart. They're not a sponsor.
But
there.
We're happy to have you if you get on board.
Thank you, Kmart.
I'll tell you what, there were no traffic jams getting out here because there's still plenty of people in the audience. There's quite a big crowd considering the weather. It is pretty windy down here, so if you are rugged up at home, well done. If you are getting down here, you can still make it too. So get out and have
3 games.
Come on down to West Beach for fully loaded softball action. We've got 3 games back to back tonight, so stick with us. We'll be on social media. We'll catch up with you. Leave your comments and share us and like us and tell us where you're watching from as well, because we'd love to join you in between the innings break. We've probably got a minute each, so look at this. We're about to get ready and underway. We can stop looking at the camera now, guys, because the action is on the diamond. Ella Forrester pitching for the Vespas. Belinda White batting for the Thunder, and the runners hold up. So we do still get that opportunity to see a cracking shot to get the action underway.
I tell you what, you can feel the pressure right from the start, can't you?
100%. I got caught out myself there. I was like, well, what's happening here? Pass ball. She could have come home.
High for ball 2.
And she's making the moves.
Here, just getting away from the pitcher. 2 runs are going to score. Bit of obstruction there at the plate.
And there we go.
Wow.
The very first run crosses the plate in the Softball SA fully loaded competition. And
a great slide there. Just enough to put off the throw as well. It's really good to get underneath. I'll tell you what, pitcher here not giving Belle White too much to choose from either. 2 balls.
I was just about to say the only person that won't be happy about those runs crossing the plate is the Travelodge Aussie Spirit Vice Captain Belinda White, looking at that 180-foot fence. James?
Well, your eyes have got to light up when the fence is that deep. We can see the... This is a long ball. This has got a chance. It's going long. It's deep. It's over.
And not only is it over, it went 235 feet, James.
Well, whoever's getting that ball, I hope they like German Shepherds, because that's where it's ended
Watch the
up.
celebration here, guys. Love the home run celebration. Belinda White leading off the fully loaded competition with a home run. And geez, aren't we excited to see 4 runs cross the plate? The Vespas might not be, but the Thunder have got off to the best start. The statewide super replay will show.
Wow. Left field just turned around and said, oh, I'm not getting that.
Absolutely sensational.
What a start.
Wow, wait, doesn't it just hit you straight away, Greenie, when you're sitting here?
I would not be ready for this if I was out in the field. This would be happening way too fast.
Nice backyard pick up from Josie Keach, who's playing second base for the Vespas for the first out. That's Sophie Roberts, the retired batter. I'll quickly go through the infield. Ella Forrester pitching to Peyton Daniels. Cara Tilton at first base. Josie Keach at second. Zali Adams at shortstop with Cara Schultz at third. We'll go to the outfield in a moment as we watch this one go straight down the middle. Sarah Tonkin's the batter for the Thunder. And we go across the outfield with Hayley Benythan, Maddie Cameron and Ada Caruana.
I tell you what, having another good batter coming up to the plate has got to be putting the pressure on this pitcher.
Well, Ella Forrester is actually reserved for the state under-18 girls. Every player who is playing in this competition is representing South Australia at national championships. This is a good shot as well, out to deep. Another home run! Sarah Tonkin goes 180 feet plus, second home run of the game. And the Thunder are rolling.
Wow-wee. 180 feet. Are we going to see that a couple of times tonight, you reckon?
I think we should see that quite a few. That was well, 2 of the better batters I've seen. Definitely. So 2 home runs.
Great start to the competition. This competition is going to run for 6 weeks and a week of finals as well. So there's going to be plenty long ball action. And as we see the replay screen, Sarah Tonkin, not sure if she knew that it was over. Here we go. Araha Munro is the new hitter for the Thunder. There's
the Seacom
one out. Puts this one down the throat of Ada Caruana. Nice piece of the ball.
She got a little bit of that as well. It was a nice flat hit. On a normal game, that would have been a safe hit. There would have been a single.
Yeah, that could have dropped in on a normal game. You got that right. And just not far enough to get over the fence. So
Neve Adams, the new hitter for the Thunder, up to bat. And she's made the trip down from Port Pirie with her sister Zali Adams, who is actually playing shortstop.
The Adams family.
Well, in the Nairne Angels, we got a couple of the tri-lambs, Regan and Jordan Lambert. There's a tri-lamb. There's a third sister, they tell me, doesn't play. Shannon.
She used to play in Gawler and Districts.
There it is.
Good piece
Just
of the
enough
ball
pop
from Neve Adams. Is going to drop in between left and centre. That's Hayley Benythan doing the work. And the Thunder, with 2 out, will have a catcher speed up for Neve Adams. And coming out to run the bases is Jess Bushell. Some good pedigree on base there. Daughter of Olympian Selena Follis.
Really?
Neve. Jess Neves pulls this one deep to left field. It's the 3rd home run. Jess Neves smashes this one left side. A 2-run blast, and well, the Thunder from down under.
Well, wowee, the clouds are around today, Greenie, and the Thunder is out.
I just noticed then the pitcher just coming down, having a quick chat with the catcher there, a little bit, I suppose, not knowing what to do next.
Well, Greenie, you throw a lot of batting practice and you see a lot go over your head. How do you feel at this position as the pitcher?
Well, at least my tongue won't get sunburned today.
This is a great form of the game. We're thinking it's their first innings and it's 7-0. But they're going to come up to bat.
This is the big bash of softball, isn't it?
That's exactly
the big
right.
Bash of softball.
Vespas are going to come back up with fully loaded bases. 1 hit will bring home 4, and we're almost.
What you did there.
Yeah, you like that? Yeah. We'll bring it back very, very quickly.
Jackie Beale, under 23s representative for South Australia,
Just
former under 19s.
Looking to slap this out here, get a ball into play.
Fantastic action already. It's top of the first. There's 2 out. Great pitch from Forrester. She wanted that 3rd out. Did she want it in a hurry as well? She's put 7. Let's have it in. But look, the Vespas have got some pitching just in waiting. Zali Adams is playing shortstop at the moment, and I'm not actually sure who's going to be their 3rd pitcher tonight.
Sorry, mate, she threw a good game last night, Zali Adams. Sturt went down, but she held him for 2.5 to 3 innings. The undefeated West Torrens team.
There it
Nice
is.
little slap. Cara Schultz has got a job to do there, and that's safe every day. Chopping the ball hard into the ground, the lefty with wheels. Jackie Beale is safely aboard.
Doesn't that just put the pressure back on the field again? Another runner on.
Well, that's smart play. You can't do much about those little left-handed sort of chops as you're running down. She was halfway down before Cara even looked at the ball.
Up to bat, Simi Dhaliwal for the Thunder, a under-18 state representative. She's an outfielder from the Sturt Falcons Softball Club. Good pick up there from catcher Peyton Daniels. Well, there's not much you can do to defend that either, because 3 great shots and they'll get their chance, and they've got some absolute talent in their lineup. The Vespas, a ground ball to shortstop. Zali Adams just coughs
just
that
an
one
error
up,
there.
and Simi's going to be safely aboard. So another base runner for the Thunder.
Well, that just shows the pressure of the scoreboard, but it's sort of relative. It's not really relative to the position of the game. It's only 7 runs. I say it's only 7 runs, but this is fully loaded. So it's undue pressure on herself I think.
Yeah, and that's what's happening here. You can just see Zali not having too much of an idea where to throw. She's trying to throw around the box quite a bit just to try and get a hit that's not going to be as solid. And you certainly wouldn't want another home run now.
Indigo Beck de Silva is the hitter in the box for the Thunder. Another one of the speedy under-18s that we have. The talent runs so deep here in South Australia. And we've got a lot of people to thank for that, including those that have been a part of the Dragons program. She gets a piece of this ball, and Zali Adams in the action again. Great pick up from Cara Tilton.
That's got to be held and out.
To end the innings now, guys. They really needed that one. A lot of offensive or scoreboard pressure put on the Vespas, so very important to get a good pick up there. We're back on camera, guys, so let's thanks very much to our partners again in Spacequake Sports, Emmsee Sportswear, Bob Burns, Blind Statewide, Super CBS, Mind Lab as well. So lots of thanks. We can go to social media as well. We can see a lot of people watching, from around 150 people watching live at the moment. So I'm sure that will grow. Troy Purcell robbed of a grand slam. That was Belinda White after she smashed the ball, the first home run of the competition as well. She's got some fans watching. So hello to everyone watching. Dave Metaking is watching. How about that?
G'day, Dave.
G'day, Dave.
Hope you're doing well.
I've still got a bruise from him from about 15 years ago. Thank you, Dave.
Make sure you say g'day. Watching from around the country, around the world, we want to see where you are watching from. Matty Cameron, the captain and marquee player for the Scoots West Beach, Scoots Cafe West Beach Vespas.
Well, here we go. This could even it up rather quickly when you've got one of the best batters in South Australia. Bases loaded,
and this is
a fresh
exactly
pitcher.
where we needed to come in and hit, just the same as what Bell White did. Get in there early, get a home run, get your 4 runs back.
Low for a ball and gets herself into a good count. Araha Munro pitching for the Thunder. Catching is Neve Adams. We'll go around the diamond in just a moment. Great hitting count here for Cameron. Loaded bases. Gets after this one, pulls it foul.
I'll tell you what, she doesn't want a ground ball, does she? She really wants to hit one out.
I really wanted to hit one, not just to even up the score at 7-4. I want to see what they do it with a plate. The Scooters, what do they do, the Vespas? That's a wasp. Did you know that?
It's a Greek or Italian word for a wasp or a bee. Piece of the ball to line drive to shortstop Belinda White, just out of her reach. Tries to make the play at second base, and Zali Adams is going to score. Cara Schultz gets to third. And Maddie Cameron's ground ball to shortstop's good enough to score 2, so they're back in business.
All of a sudden, 7-2, look at that.
Now, for those watching at home, there is a line painted out at 180 feet, so we'll play it like cricket rules. If it bounces, it's a ground rule double. If it's on or over on the full, it is a home run. We've got a couple of cones out there as well to mark. Cara Tilton is up to bat for the Vespas, and Maddie Cameron's in a rundown.
Trying to engineer a run or an advance, and they get the advance.
2 runners in scoring position for Cara Tilton now. So American-born Cara Tilton has moved over to Australia. So a great pickup for the Port Adelaide Magpies, and she looks a likely type. She's in the Stars squad. It's a combined. She pulls this ball, but it goes foul. So we are very much looking forward to seeing her in action for the Magpies. But right now, our first chance to see her in action for the Vespas.
Well, all reports that she doesn't mind swinging the bat either, James. So this could suit her right now. Settle in with a nice little dinger over a 180-foot fence.
Good change of pace there from Munro, coming in at 70 Ks. You might not be able to see it on screen, but just sort of if you're looking at the batter to the left of screen, there'll be a shot clock. Now that is the pitch count. The pitchers have got 15 seconds to deliver a pitch. She fouls this one into her own hands.
Very good pitch, high inside, a little bit of rise, rotation
joins
on
us at the commentary box and back to her position. So yeah, you were just saying that good pitch. Sorry for the
great pitch, and I do think pitching is going to play a key role. I think they've got to actually change how they pitch to a normal game, don't they, in this format?
Well, they're coming in cold, and they have. Oh, did she have a go at that? They'll be looking down the line for that. No, says Damien McCauley.
Just a much slower 74 Ks, so took a bit off there.
Yeah, Munro just using her tricks early here, changing her pace as well because of the fast, furious action. It's a good tactic to use. It's low and a ball 4, so great. Turn it back for Cara Tilton and the Vespas back with loaded bases, and young gun Hayley Benithan up to bat.
You were saying, James, earlier at the start of the pre-match that the pitchers only get 2 innings each, and then they have to rotate out?
We may see just a slight change to that rule throughout the night, just to monitor the pitchers. We don't want to upset their workload at all because they are in preparation for nationals, but at the same time they've got their club commitments as well. So we'll monitor that as the season goes, but you might only see each pitcher for a maximum of 2 or 3 innings per night. So short and sharp.
I'm really looking forward to seeing Benithan hit one out the park here.
Well, there you go.
You've got it right down Nick Green's corner. Hayley Benithan puts one to the fence. It goes long, and it's a grand slam home run to Benithan. And the Vespas are back in the game at 7-6.
I tell you, he sits in Lee Hull. Here we go, guys. What have they got for us? What have they got for us? There we go. So you
work on that.
You sit on Lee Hull's chair for 1 minute, and he calls a grand slam.
Now, guys, Ferris is watching from Scoots West Beach, the Scoots Cafe West Beach. He'll be loving what he's seeing. G'day to Ferris. Well done, and thank you for your support.
And that's just even it up to a 7-6. So the boys and girls at Scoots will be a little bit happier now with a. And there we go. Look at that, rocketing up the middle.
Great play. Jess Neves diving play. And
that was a great play by Jess, reaching out to grab it. She's probably didn't save anything there. She really needed to make the play still, but nevertheless.
Well, like I've said to you 100 times, Greenie, playing softball, 90% is looking good, 10% is closing out the deal, isn't it?
Oh, no wonder I'm no good.
Jesse Keach inside, and Belinda White's got a play here at first for the first out. Sophie Roberts completes the play, and that'll settle the Thunder a little bit as well. They would have been out there very confident that they'd put 7 on the board, and that is the first out of the bottom of the first inning.
You've certainly got to be a fast runner to make it on Bell's throw, don't you, from shortstop to first, because if she's going to be one of the quickest throws from home to second base, you'd think from short to first.
Well, last night, James and I called the game, Sturt and West Torrens, and she had a rocket hit to her at shortstop. She picked it up silky smooth and lasered it at first base. It was great to watch, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's got to be the nicest throw.
Peyton Daniels, the hitter for the Vespas, gets after this one. It goes right side, but it's going to go foul. Oh, good chance to go through the defensive lineup. Help me out, guys, if I missed someone. Araha Munro pitching to Neve Adams with Sophie Roberts at first and Jess Neves at second. Sarah Tonka playing third and Belinda White at shortstop. In the outfield, guys, we've got Jackie Beale, Simi Dhaliwal and Indigo Beck de Silva.
Well, the wind's picked up. If I would have missed anything, it would have been just a guess because my paper's all over the ground. Munro is not pitching too bad, to be honest with you. She's hitting the spots. Her kilometres are up and ready to go.
And one of the key players, Steph Trzynski, out tonight.
Strikeout, so great pitching from Munro. That's the second out, and now the Thunder, the Emmsee Sportswear Thunder are settling a little bit in defence. So had to take a little while, didn't it? But now both teams back in the game. We've got a ball game right here. We thought it might have been a blowout at 7-0, and Gareth Schultz gets a big cut.
Sarge going after that one.
Now
These beautiful slow curve.
Pitcher and batter are the best of friends here, Munro and Kara Schultz. Be a good battle.
We were commentating a Seacombe game last year, and I asked Coach Scott Radigan for the team list. And I think he had every nickname under the sun. And I said, how am I going to do that? And he had Sergeant Schultz down for Kara. So Sarge is up, and I loved it.
The Sarge
drops in for a called strike.
did look a little high.
Fully loaded softball coming at you. First of 3 games tonight. Kara Schultz grounds this one out to Sarah Tuggett. She's a pro Stars representative, and that's the 3rd out of the inning. So we've got a ball game on our hands, gentlemen. 7 runs to 6 after 1 completed innings. And guys, how good is the action? Let's go back to Facebook. We can see a lot of friends watching. Hi, Kelly. She's watching. That's a blast from the past for Softball SA. Ashley Mossman, hello. Your daughter is joined the Angels family, so welcome to the Mossmans. Seacombe Softball Club, say hello. Natalie Lilburn, manager of the SA Stars. You're welcome here. Next week, I want to see you out here, Natalie Lilburn. Aussie's watching. Fiona, hi to Fiona. We saw that Jackie Dunn. Now Chris Clough from the Travelodge Aussie Spirit. She's a team manager. She says g'day as well. She's watching from the Northern Beaches in New South Wales. There's thousands of people watching already, and we welcome you to Fully Loaded Softball, guys.
I'm excited. It normally takes me 1 or 2 innings to settle in. I don't have that tonight. I'm sort of on the edge of my seat as Belinda White just gives that. There we go, back to back.
This time it's a grand slam home run to Belinda White. We're not going to get tired of seeing this. She's gone 2 from 2, 2 home runs. She's got 6 RBIs, and the Thunder. They pull ahead. It's 11-6.
Wowee.
MC Sportswear is watching from home as well. So hello and thank you to MC Sportswear for your partnership, your long-term partnership of Softball SA. We love you, part of the family, Roz and Grant. So, gee, Ella Forrest, a baptism of fire tonight, pitching against the best of the best in this state.
Well, it is a baptism of fire. I mean, you're pitching to Belle White. She hit the last hit of the Summerslam.
She won it walk-off. Sophie Roberts with a single out to left field. Hayley Benathan will do the work out there. Yeah, who can forget the SummerSlam Grand Final with the Fury, led by one of my favourites, Kaya Parnaby, and Belinda White, the pride of South Australia, came up with a walk-off home run to win it. The inaugural SummerSlam. Can't wait for next year.
So she hit the...
Oh, bunt. Just going foul. That was a great idea, I suppose, to advance the runner, only sacrificing the 1 out. Put another runner in scoring position.
Yeah, interesting tactic, isn't it? Because, you know, in such a high-scoring game, who would have thought that a bunt would play a part? But with the corners probably fielding back a little bit deeper than normal, you could squeeze in a little cheeky play there.
It is like blocking a single in 2020 cricket, isn't it, in that sense?
Yeah, keep rotating the strike. That one's going to go in fair, and good play from Peyton Daniels, the catcher, and sharp play. That's close.
That is close.
Well,
that was too close for comfort.
Hall of Fame umpire Neville Lawrence not going to get that one wrong. Let's go through the umpires as well tonight. Good play on the statewide Super Replay. We can see Neville Lawrence at 3rd, Dave Datson at 2nd, and Damien McCauley is the plate umpire. Munro watches this one through, 83 k's an hour, so good off-speed option now. So it looks like Ella's learning a little bit. Mix it up a bit.
Yeah, you're not going to blow them away in this competition 180 feet, are you?
No.
Good piece of the ball. It's going to travel out to Maddie Cameron, who's out patrolling centre field, the marquee player for the Scoots Cafe Vespas.
Travelodge Aussie Spirit, centre fielder out there. You are not going to get one past her, I don't think.
Speaking of the Traveller Josie Spirit,
Ooh,
our
I think I
very
know.
special guest
Settle down,
in
mate,
between
settle down.
the first 2 games. Good piece of the ball, Nick.
That's right up the karaoke, that'll do.
The action just doesn't stop, does it? We don't even have time to mention who our special guest in the commentary position is going to be. Who's going to make way for him, guys? We've only got 3 minutes.
gladly give
Well,
up
I know.
Pully's
I can obviously tell
And I'm
you
on
it's not
the
going to
end.
be you, James.
I need to pull my pants up, actually. I can feel a slight breeze, so some adjustments need to be made.
A comment on Facebook, Troy Purcell. Hope Harrow is watching his girls. Bell White's killing it. Well, Troy, maybe giving it away, but we have a special guest live here in Adelaide tonight.
Oh.
Great piece of the ball, Neves, down the throat of Haley Benithan at left field. That'll do it for the Thunder in the second innings, but they did manage to put 4 on the board, courtesy of Belinda White. Grand slam, guys. We're already halfway through the first game.
Very exciting.
I
I
love
can't
this.
settle in. I've had 3 sips of my beer, to be honest with you.
I don't have time to do anything.
Guys watching at home, Bodie Williams is a South Australian state representative. I'm neutral tonight. Aussie Peppers cap on tonight. Got the guys here with the Angels. Maybe I'm wearing my hat later on. But g'day to Claire Baker. She's supporting her daughter in the Thunder. Martina Roberts, hello to the APY lands. We love that you guys are watching.
Love APY lands.
And we hope that you're enjoying the action. Who else we got? We got Ben himself, Jared Farrell, Dale Martinez from
Dale.
the Angels family. G'day
Have
to
they got
Dale.
internet in Murray Bridge? G'day, Dale.
You probably won't hear us,
guys.
so we'll just wave.
Grant Sims is on the recovery as well. Millie, hope you are doing well. Karen Dale, the karaoke, nice one to Greenie. So g'day to the Prez, to Karen. She's watching from home, and Karen Robinson looks awesome on the big screen.
And we're
Great
already
to hear.
Back
we're
into it.
Back in action already. No warm-up pitches, and Munro's ready to go.
Just gets away from Adams, and Cara Schultz it is. Just sure is Cara Schultz. Can't recognise her out of the Seacombe Tigers uniform, but she.
The helmet's
strolled
down,
in
the
home.
face guard's on, but Sarge was going to break up that force play somewhere, wasn't she?
I tell you what, there is no room for error here, is there? Just that slight slip from the catcher, and all of a sudden there's a run home because there's already runners on because it's fully loaded.
It's good that Greeny's finally grasping what happens here. It's only taken 3 innings. Jeez, he said to me before, he said, look at the score, 11-7, how about it?
How long have I been here for?
Well, it feels like you've been here the whole time. The 4 years that Spacequake Sports have been bringing you live softball action, and we are so proud to be part of the team. And thanks to David and his crew, you do a magnificent job. So let's get back to the action. Zali Adams, 1 swing away from tying this game up. Oh, no, sorry, they're 4 runs down.
That was pretty close inside. Damien not liking it, making it 2-4-2.
Just looking to my left, I can see South Australian Softball Hall of Famer Sue Tomlinson just in the wings. She's one of the Nairne Angels assistant coaches, but to the backhand of Belinda White just gets by Zali Adams with an RBI single, and the Vespas are right back in it. Like, who'd have thought? I love this. This is so
Yeah, we've been
fun.
waiting for this. We have been waiting for this for a long, long time, since the inception. And we said, we're going to get something. James said to me, we're going to get something down here. I jumped on board as soon as I possibly could. I couldn't sign the contract quick enough. And to be here, this is exciting. Everyone's here. Everyone's just watching. They're not going off to the loo just yet. They can't. They've got no time.
No,
Everyone's
no,
just
exactly
watching.
right. I'm busting here. I'm actually busting. I know you couldn't wait to sign the contract and do a tax dodge for get rid of some money there, Crampy.
Anyone from the ATO listening, that is not true.
Ella Forrester grounds out. Good play from Sophie Roberts, but
It's going to be close.
Another play at third base. Jessie Keach it was sliding into home. Ella Forrester
Watch the
with
statewide.
an RBI. Yes, statewide.
Watch the statewide super replay. Sorry to cut you off, James, but this is a fantastic slide. It was a good throw too, by the way, and it got down there, but the tag was a smidgen late. She got right under it. This would be a great shot.
That's good enough as well from Ella Forrester to get the ball into play with a runner on third. So good turn at bat from the young pitcher. Back to the top of the order with Maddie Cameron, runner on third base, and she watches this one high and outside for a ball. Now, guys, we keep mentioning it. This is just non-stop action.
This is very hard to pitch to. Where is she going to throw to Maddie now?
She just threw that last one down at 83 k's an hour, a little bit outside.
Just
she
jams
cramped
her
her
a little
up.
bit. Belinda White's going to take a catch to end the inning. Zali Adams didn't tag up, and it's a double play. So the Thunder will get out of this inning, and they'd only given up, what, a couple of runs in that dig. So 2 runs they scored. The score is 11-8, I'm pretty sure.
11-8, 11-9 or something like that.
And so at the completion of 2 innings, we've got 1 inning to go. We're going to try and do the changeover between games pretty quickly, but we've got a special guest coming in at the end of the 3rd. Let's go back to social media. Joe Masters said to say hello, Mark.
Hello to Joe. The Angels girls, they always make their way down to the Australian Masters here in Adelaide.
Where are they from?
Where are they from? Sydney.
Sydney Angels.
Yes.
Extended family?
Well, we adopted them. We merged in 2015. I think they won the silver, I think it was, or the gold. And when we took out the gold, and we got a nice group shot.
Jeff Coultis is watching. G'day to Jeff as well. He's part of the Aussie men's program as well. Sophie Hoyle's watching. She's going to be joining the Nairne Angels next week. So it's a surprise signing. So I've given that one away. So hello to Penelope. Albion Cardinals in New Zealand are watching. So we love the New Zealanders. They're some of the best in the world at softball. So g'day to Penny. Who's up to bat? Jackie Beale. She got the single in the left-handed batter's box. The first turn up to bat, she's in the right-hand side. That's because the bases are bulging. Loaded bases to start the top of the 3rd inning, and she gets a lot.
That's a beautiful hit from Jackie.
Line bounce. And it is a double, so that laser beam line drive is probably better than a double, but then the rules of the game. 1 bounce and into the next fence. A ground rule double for Jackie Beale. 2 more runs scored.
RBIs for Jackie as well. She's getting some good stats up.
I tell you what, Lee Hull, if you're listening and or watching at home, geez, I miss you. I don't have his usual scorecard to cheat off or anything like that.
It's only 3 innings, Mark. Surely you can remember.
I can't remember how I got here, to be honest with you. It's been action and action and action since I got here.
Simi Dhaliwal up to bat now for the Thunder, and she shows bunt and pulls out. So she's an exciting young player. She's playing centre field tonight for the Thunder, and just to put that into perspective, marquee player, Traveller Josie Spirit, is her counterpart for the Vespas playing at centre field. So that's big raps on Simi. She is an exciting young player.
Well, one to learn off as well, and Maddie Cameron is all about passing on the knowledge and helping out.
It's a very low pitch.
Very well, pushes that through, and Shah just throws that a little high.
Jackie Beale comes home.
Yep, from second base. So young Simi's brought 2 runs in and just stretches that lead out a little. It's now 15-8. So Vespas have some work to do here with no outs here, and up to bat is Indigo Beck to Silva. Oh, all my notes that I've got. We thought we'd get time to talk about who the marquee players are. Stolen base at 10. Oh, Sally just couldn't get a handle on that one. She had to play at 3rd, and Simi's speed just safely on 3rd base. Now Indigo back to Silva, just has to get the ball on the deck, and she'll score a run.
Yeah, all the preparation for this game is out the window. Oh, the buck attempt just stops and lands in the box there, unfortunately.
How proficient are these young South Australian players with their short game? And no doubt about, you can tell that they are graduates from the Dragons program that we have, the junior development program with Francis Morgan Young, and Softball SA's got a huge announcement to make. A new Pathways Development Officer is about to be announced. I cannot wait for that.
Exciting.
So a new Pathway Development Officer.
That was a textbook bunt. It just went foul though, but it was superb. The ball just dropped absolutely dead. So great skill shown.
And speaking of Morgan Young, Nairne Angels.
Nairne Angels head coach, yep, the Stars head coach. All the coaches of these teams are from our state program, just like the players. Andrea Collett is our coach for the Vespas. Annie Fidge is our coach for the Emmsee Thunder, and Nairne Angels coach is Morgan Young. So good turn it back from Indigo back to Silva. She will get to second base. First base. She turned first, didn't she? That's why I said
she
it.
had a browse.
Quick.
She had a browse.
I thought she's not going to go, surely. And look who's up to bat. She won't be happy that there's a vacant bag.
No, no, it does take away an RBI from Bell, doesn't it?
Oh, we're going to walk you.
Oh!
Now the first intentional.
James. I did not know this was a rule. Tell us about it. We can intentionally walk.
Oh, come on. No. Put me on the spot like that, guys. Belinda White, you know what?
I didn't know we could do this.
That is probably a good decision from 2 home runs for the evening. She is on fire. But, you know, you walk Belinda White, now you got Sophie Roberts.
Yeah. So do you give up 3 runs or 4?
How many intentional walks can you have?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, well, yeah, if she walks her, she's got Sarah Tolkien, who's hit a home run tonight already.
Exactly. And Roberts, what a hitter. That's
Piece of the ball
solid.
right
That is
side.
solid.
She's going to fire this one home and she picks it in early.
In comes back to Silver. She's going to take on the throw and she scores from second. 2-run score. And gee, aren't the Thunder applying the scoreboard pressure this inning? And great to see the statewide super replay. Gets the ball into play. Sophie Roberts scores 2 runs. Sarah Tonkin up to bat. Now runners at the corners. Belinda White on third. Sophie Roberts on first.
So the Vespas sticking with the pitcher here. I was thinking maybe a change might be in order soon.
Well, they've got another game up next, or is it 3rd game tonight?
Thunder have got the first 2 games, and so the Vespas have the break. So Nairne Angels will come in and be third base side. Good piece of the ball here. Good play from Zali Adams at short, so finds it across.
Yeah, beautiful play from Adams.
And heads up play as well from Cara Tilton, trying to get the runner, trying to advance to third base, but Roberts, smart runner, and gets across safely. Is that just the first out, guys?
I hope not, but I think it is. This is
Great
dangerous.
shot up the middle from Munro, and Roberts will score easily from third. Another run. Gee,
This
now.
is dangerous. This is piling it on a little too thick, I dare say.
Now, each run counts as well, because the more you win by, the more points you get for the ladder as well. This game's not about defense and runs against. This game is about offense and runs for. So
Beautiful.
So you get bonus points by the more you win by. But if you only lose by a run, you get a point as well.
Oh, now you've lost me. All right.
I didn't know the rules for actual softball. Now I'm really confused.
Now, this guy has just told me, ladies and gentlemen at home, he's been waiting so long for this to start, but didn't bother to read the rule book. So
I just love you going through it. I like to hear it again.
we won't talk too much about the ladder tonight. We'll give you an update on the ladder as the season progresses. 6 weeks of fully loaded softball coming at you every Thursday night. My mum's watching. Hi to
Mrs.
John
H.
Ann. And great shot. Neve Adams just puts it by her sister in the 5-6 hole, and another runner aboard for the Thunder.
I
And
tell you
another
what,
runner in scoring position.
that wind has picked up, and it's making a bit of a mess out there at left field, and shortstop and third base are all getting blown away.
Yes, I can certainly feel it on my lower back. It has chilled down a little. The temperature has dropped a bit.
On my lower back.
We'll go with back, Mark. We'll go with back.
Just Neves up to bat now, the Port Adelaide champ. She's in the Stars extended squad as well, and she put one long her first turn at bat. One of the 3 home runs in the first inning. She's up to bat against club teammate Ella Forrester from Port Adelaide, one of the young guns of the competition. Ella, she swung the bat very well against Steph Trzynski when Port Adelaide faced them earlier on, and they've got a teammate on first as well, Cara Tilton. So the Port Adelaide Softball Club well represented here
Yeah, I was
in
just
this
going to
game.
say, a lot of experience here in this batter.
Abby Mossman, of course, from Port Adelaide, playing for the Nairne Angels, as this one gets away from catcher Peyton Daniels. And wouldn't we love to see their pitcher in this competition, Johanna Grauer. An open invitation to Johanna if you are watching, and the Port Adelaide Softball Club. G'day.
Solid hit up the middle again.
So the ball there from Neves, an RBI
Look at that
single.
arm. Look at that arm. Maddie Cameron has just laced that to home and stopped the run coming through. It's now 20-8. She could have thrown that about 3 innings ago, I reckon, Greenie, to try and slow him
I
down.
could seriously watch that all day. That was lovely.
It was a fantastic throw.
Jackie Beale for her 3rd turn at bat.
She's been a very valuable player, Jackie, tonight. She's piled on the RBIs. She's done that great little slap to get some runs in as well.
top of the third inning, and don't go anywhere, those watching at home, because we'll try and do a quick 5 to 10 minute changeover between games and bring you the second game of the night, which will be the Thunder versus the Nairne Angels.
Just enough to put the kettle on, maybe have a little toilet break or something like that.
I wouldn't be going anywhere, because our special guest between games is the Travelodge Aussie Spirit head coach, Lang Harrow, the ISF, or World Baseball Softball Confederation Hall of Famer.
You can't see me at the moment, but I'm currently on my knees bowing down.
Jeez, I love this action. It's been non-stop, and the Thunder may have put 20 on the board, but the Vespas just don't seem like they've ever been out of the game. But 12 runs might be asking a little
Right
too
at that
much.
from Jack, just getting the walk there.
Well, there we go. That loads them up now. The base on balls gets a runner at first, second and third, and
All of a sudden, we're fully loaded again.
we are back to fully loaded at 20
Here we go.
to 8.
Is Ellie going to throw this one? Just a bit outside.
Good play.
Makes the
Kara
force.
Schultz at third base. Charges the ball and gets it to home for the second out of the inning. A much needed out as well. So great play from Kara Schultz. She kept her composure and didn't throw it away. And no run score. The bases are still loaded here. Vespers need an out. Just pops this one up. It's going to land in the gap. Had the knife that just misread it.
Just
there a little
lost
bit.
that.
2 runs are going to score. Play at third is going
That
to
should be out.
out as they just try to take that extra base. So that's part of the action in fully loaded softball, is trying to take that extra base, trying to take on the arm. And Haji, haven't we got some catching up to do? But guys, talk us through that inning quickly.
Well, that was a very good innings. If you're Thunder.
All right, well, speaking of
go with
Thunder,
that.
Sally Jane's watching. Sally Jane Thunder, have a look at that. I wonder what team she's supporting. Hello to Sal as well. Both the Goodman brothers are watching. G'day to those two guys. And Georgia Hood. We'll get a game if you're in Adelaide. Georgia Hood, come on down on a Thursday night. We'll get you a spot here. Tracy Barov, Nick says it's nice to have you on the commentary team. Nick, we weren't doing a good enough job.
Thanks, Trace. Lovely.
So feel a bit hurt.
Alex
She only
former
knows me because
teammate.
she used to work in the canteen, I think.
Lana Kayser, 100% lit. She
Chips
said
and
hello
gravy.
to Lana. You've got a game here anytime you want to get here as well. Jim Manning's watching, board director Julie Dixon. Hi to Julie and Jodie Smith. Lots of people watching. Special person watching from Belgium is Andy Stuckey. G'day, Andy, watching from Belgium in Europe.
Did I just hear you mention... Oh, there we go. That was popped up to Bell for the first out and almost rolls the double, but she gets back in time.
Almost a double play. I'll tell you what, that would have done it for the Vespers.
Yeah, well, they're down to their last 2 out here. We're in the bottom of the third inning, which is the last. And they're chasing 12 here. Good catch from
They've
Belinda
got
White,
a
the statewide Super Replay.
big job ahead of them.
Just a change up there. 83 Ks off pace outside the box.
Yep, we've got the 3-hitter up, and that is Hayley Benithan. She hit a home run, her first turn at bat, and wouldn't the Vespers love to see her?
Inside, that was a beautiful pitch. Lovely pitch. Perfect spot to put that.
She was just thinking I could get 4 runs here with that.
Full credit to Arahara Munro. Great pitch location there and good catching from young Neve Adams, the youngest player playing tonight. Just ground out, and the runner runs straight into the fielder, fielding the ball. Out is called from umpire Datsun, and he's taken the thinner out of it here because the Vespers are desperate for runs. The runners have to go back, and
The old 180B says, I'll take that one. You're out.
That's certainly no 1600, was it? It was just the 180B.
run score, Damo?
Yeah, so the batter's awarded first on that play, so Matty is fourth.
Batters awarded first base on that play. Runner at second is safe, but the runner from third has to go back. So no run scores on that play. Ada Brinketree up to bat. There is 2 out.
I have been studying the rules. I
I'm
probably
so
should have yelled
glad
that out.
Damien knows the rules.
He's obviously just brushed up on him.
Bottom of the third, 2 out. It is loaded bases.
An extremely experienced left-hand slapper. She is a brilliant slap of the bat. She needs to do something here.
Well, it's actually not too bad pitching as well for Munro. A Stars player in the box, an under-18s player on deck. No disrespect to Jessie Keach because she could smash the ball. She is an Aussie squad member in the juniors, and Brinkettree, sorry, Caruana goes to a 3-ball count. A walk sort of score run, but Thunder won't be too disappointed with giving up 1 when they're holding a 12-run lead. Oh. How do you think some of the top men's players would go in this fully loaded softball? I've just seen that Chris Keefle's watching. G'day to Chris, he'll be watching from
Chris.
Victoria, and
it's too fast for me, mate.
No, he said the top level players. He said Greeny. See how he puts him in the same bracket as Chris Keefle. No, I get you. I know where you're coming from there.
Well, loaded bases walk for Ada Caruana, and that brings them 1 run closer. So Jessie Keach now the hitter for the Vespas. Like that one, she gave it a nod as it went past. So
I'll give that.
Yeah, just acknowledging
Matty
the strike.
Cameron standing at third base thinking, why didn't I get one like that?
Oh, Matty wouldn't be served up one like that, that's for sure. Pitcher too smart here.
Pop up and a catch will do it. Good communication there from Sophie Roberts and Jess Neves, and that will do it after 3 innings. Game is called, and the Emmsee Sportswear Thunder run out winners 20 runs to 9. Guys, a quick summary of this game, and then we're going to go grab our special guest commentary visitor, I guess you could call him as well. 20 runs to 9. Guys, this is the first game of fully loaded softball in South Australia. Tell us what you think.
I am going to explain what I think visually. I have not had time to get through my beer for the first time.
Not even a sip.
Ever. I've never left it.
So that was the warm-up. I can't wait for the game to start.
What just happened?
And,
what just happened?
Wow. That was exciting. We haven't had anyone leave from behind us. It's been exciting. Now James shooting off somewhere. He's getting our special guest, and very nervous man. That was a cracking game. I hope you enjoyed it at home as much as we did here. We've had a few laughs. It was very good.
As James was explaining before, the runs so the runs scored are really going to help the Thunder as they go forward into this competition because of those amount of runs. What was it, 20 to 8?
20 to 8 or 20 to 9. That's the sort of format that I like. You're getting rewarded for your aggression, and that's the great thing about this game.
And you're rewarding the audience as well. So.
Oh, just saying hello to the Angels Batgirl. There, Lily is on camera. We're just about to do an interview, so you can go and find yourself a nice little spot to sit down there, and then we'll get back to you later. So go and sit down there. We're actually on TV now, so just give everybody a wave and go and sit down. There you go. All right.
I'm going to give up my chair.
Yep, I'm going to move over. We've got a special guest coming through.
Here you go, Lang. We are live. Sorry to everyone who's watching at home. Lang, you're on the screen as well, matey. So if you want to just go solo here with the comments, you can just give your attention to the screen. Guys, how about this? Travelodge Aussie Spirit head coach, World Baseball Softball Confederation Hall of Famer, Lang Harrow. Welcome to the broadcast. Fully loaded softball coming at you.
Thank you.
How are you enjoying it so far?
No, it's been great. A lot of action, and I think what's fantastic about it, the younger kids are opportunity to play with the senior players, and they're under pressure, and of course they're going to make mistakes. But I think as this league goes on for them, they're just going to go from strength to strength.
Lang, we are interactive. We're live on social media. Spacequake Sports brings us this action a couple of times a week, Saturday afternoons, sometimes Wednesdays, but this year we're doing fully loaded Thursday night. So we do say hello to everyone who is watching at home. Some people are making comments. Chris Clough is watching from the northern beaches of New South Wales. Chris. Yes, we said hello to her as well. We've seen a couple of the Travelodge Aussie Spirit are watching as well. So if anyone comes up now, say g'day, and we'll get Lang to say hello to you. Lang, you're in town. What are you here for?
It's an opportunity for the high performance crew to come around and catch up with the girls. Just a bit of a review on last year and see what their thoughts on where we need to improve as individuals, but anything that we might be able to do differently leading into 2020 next year. So get ourselves prepared for after Gillies, and not only with the girls, it's an opportunity for us to catch up with the institutes and meet with them once again, reach out to them, and same thing. You know, just communication, I think, is very important for us, and we've made some big grounds with this, and we're just excited to get around to see everyone.
Awesome, and it's great to have you as well. I got a chance to have a meeting with you as well, so it's good to catch up with you, Simone and Dee, three of my favourite people. Speaking of favourites, who's your favourite Travelodge Aussie Spirit squad member?
Squad favourites. Well, I got 30 of them.
Good man.
30
Very good answer. Now, congratulations on the reappointment. You have set this team up moving into the Olympics. Like you've laid the foundations, your whole team. Now you're reflecting with the girls on how you think they went. How do you think you went, and how have you transformed this team into a powerhouse that they're becoming?
Well, I think first off, you know, we've surrounded them with a lot of good people, with different knowledge of the sport, and you know, I think too what's important is the girls have had the opportunity to, you know, feel comfortable in the environment, and you know, not afraid to ask questions. And I think another area that, you know, they watch the game a lot differently now, and I think we made some big strides in that. And you know, we talk about hitting and all that sort of stuff. That's always been something in the game where potentially we've been lacking a little bit. So they've made big gains in that, and they've helped themselves, and they're not afraid to try new things.
Well, I was lucky enough to have a conversation with Belle White, Maddie Cameron, and Jordan Lambert at a recent function that I attended, and they had nothing but nice things about you and your crew. You've got Kirkpatrick on board as well now, and just the openness of the team, and I think it's it's just the way that the team can communicate to each other, and just it is what it is. There's no hiding anything anymore, is it? It's direct. You tell it how it is, and you build from there.
Yeah, it's just it's a bit of accountability, take ownership in that, and you know, we try and set the bar, and really we gotta keep improving, you know, and we don't have much time to do that. So I think, you know, and that's the reasons why we do get around to set the foundations for early next year, and you know, because it is a big year, and we don't have a lot of experience going into the Olympics.
I was going to say big year. What's coming up?
Well, yeah, it is 2020 Tokyo, so Tokyo 2020, and you know, it's a great opportunity. You know, that was our goal this year, obviously, to qualify, and you know, that was big for the girls, and you know, we got put under.
Big for you.
Well, it is big. It's big for everyone to be involved, and but I think it's just important. You know, it gives them an opportunity to play in the Olympics, because you know, it's here for this next year, and then it's gone again. So.
Did you ever think you'd ever be an Olympian?
Never crossed my mind, James. No, not at all.
Absolutely massive. Like, I just can't believe that softball's back in the Olympics, but I couldn't imagine being in your shoes. Having the opportunity to lead this country at an Olympic Games is massive, and best of luck to you with that. Summer of softball's going to start off with the Gillies Shield in Perth. South Australia obviously going to win that. Then you go on to the APC as well, the Asia Pacific Cup.
Yep.
And what have we got? 4 of the Olympic qualifiers coming to Australia to play in that. New Zealand will return as well.
Yeah, no, it is a big January coming up for us, and Gillies is it's going to be massive. You know, I just keep looking at it now. I think we got some healthier pitchers this year, so and the compete level amongst the girls is going to be big, and I think they'll take the game Gillies to another level this year. Stuff they've learned, I think they're going to bring back to their states, and just keep preparing and to be better and keep proving themselves day in and day out. So great opportunity for us to see them there in action, and then obviously the APC, where we do have 4 Olympic teams that are going to be partaking in that. So good opportunity for us to look at the other countries coming in, and giving our girls more opportunity to play international ball.
No fear there to show them what we've got. You know, you're going to put the best up against them, and you know, yeah, they'll get to see you, you'll get to see them.
Correct. Yeah, that's right. And we need to see the best, and we need to see what we're up against, and 100%. Where we can. It gives us opportunity to make improvements for the next few months.
How do you think the Aussie Peppers tour went, and how do you think it benefited the girls?
Yeah, it's that was a long 11 weeks to be away.
Yeah.
You look at the girls, the commitment they put into it. You know, some of them leaving jobs or you know, not even leaving jobs. They got to come back, partners, family. You know, and for our staff, you know, giving up a lot of time and to make it all happen. And we had great people over there helping us. Matt was fantastic working with Softball Australia and setting it all up. And then, you know, opportunity for the girls to face quality pitching every night. You know, every night you showed up and you're seeing 65 mile or plus. And
well, I was just about to say, upon reflection, that was part of your foundations to make Tokyo, wasn't it? And so it's ultimately successful. So so congratulations.
Amazing. Does that mean that we're going back next year?
Yeah, we're looking, obviously we're planning on going back to the States, and what that looks like yet, that's they're still working on it with the NPF and what that's going to look like. So we do need to get back there and see.
That's good to hear. They do live stream the games as well. Their commentators are lousy. Like, I can't think of any guys that you could probably recommend.
Can you recommend anybody?
We could put recommendations in.
Okay,
listen, the Nairne Angels take the field.
We're pretty close to getting back to the action. We've got the Nairne Angels taking the field, so Mark's just going a little bit crazy here. Let's go to social media to say good day to everyone who's watching at home. So we'll just get quick responses from you guys if they are addressed to you. We can see that Craig Robertson says good day to Lang, and Paul Roberts said that Sophie's dad says hi as well. Troy Purcell, Lang, congrats on the head coach. Matt Tatnell, this is brilliant. Just love the way the Aussie Spirit are going from strength to strength. And Cooper Goodman says hello as well. So
hey Cooper,
g'day
going well,
to
mate.
Cooper. I've just turned off my phone there. I'm going to need that in a moment. But guys, the action isn't too far away. Nick is just hovering around, but Lang, I'm going to get you to stick around for one inning. All right? I just want you for one inning to show you.
He's had that beer for the whole game and hasn't been able to have a drink, so he'll probably appreciate it. Now, my heart's going 100 miles an hour. This is the very first time the Nairne Angels female team has taken position.
Okay, Lang, I had a bunch of questions lined up for you, but Mark's stolen my thunder again. So you've got to pick a team. That's fully loaded rules. We had to do it at Summerslam. I know you were part of the Panthers, but you're not part of any team here. So who are you with? Who are you on for South Australian fully loaded?
As in this game right now?
As in this competition.
As this competition.
You've got to pick one.
And just put aside that the Travelodge Aussie Spirit vice captain is up to bat now. Okay,
right
so
there.
But I will tell you that Adam Rhineflesh jumped on like 3 or 4 different teams throughout the SummerSlam. High and inside, Josie Robertson is the Stars. One of the Stars import pitchers, so she pitched Walkerville to a premiership in the local league last year. She obviously saw Bell White go 2 for 2 for 2 home runs and 6 RBIs in the opening game.
Well, that's a good start for Jessie. Just to give her a little bit of chin music, just to settle it down, you know.
Dave Metaking says hi. He's on
Dave.
the live stream.
Metas, how you going?
Jill Williams is watching from home, so we'll get back to social media in the innings break, but Jessie Dressick is pitching for the Nairne Angels. Good swing from Girl White, being aggressive. As we, after all this excitement, I didn't even get the lineups for the game. All right, so we will go around the field. It is Josie Robertson catching, Pippa Atkins at first, as this one goes in high for a ball. Abby Mossman at second base, Jordan Lambert at shortstop. Third base is just hidden from me from a second, Mickey Collins. And in the outfield, we'll go through the outfield in a moment as we see that ball. That's a cutter in half there. Swing and a miss from Belinda White. And Jessie Dressick just gets herself back in the count.
It's a 3-0 count. That was the one. Do I go for it or do I not go for it? Lane, what I really enjoy about this is the fast pace. I mean, we got up to 7 runs and Bell goes
the ball
after
out
that
right field. Zoe Young out at right field. The ball just gets away. Did it go over the line? Well, the runner from second's going to score in to go back to Silver. So Belinda White's night just keeps on
going.
going.
Another home run.
Oh, they gave it to her.
It's a home run. She's 3 for 3 for the night, believe it or not, with an intentional walk. A home run awarded to Belinda White.
No, we're going to give it the double, are we? Send them back.
Lang, you've jumped the gun.
I'll tell you what.
I'm watching the umpire. He's giving the.
Lang, we give you a job to do here as a commentator. It's your first blunder.
Well, all right, Lang.
At least I'm protected from the wind down here.
Yeah, you are. Stay here. Greenie doesn't mind.
Simone actually asked for a beanie. So she's watching on social media as well. Sophie Roberts, the new hitter, checks that one. It's high for a ball. Lang, we don't have much time between pitches here. It's 15-second shot clock, and then the action's just non-stop. So I'll try and fire a couple more questions while we've got you. When David Pryle, CEO of Softball Australia, came to you with an idea of fully loaded softball, did you laugh at him and walk out the door?
No, didn't laugh. Listened, and I think it's our sport has to look at change and look at the other sports in our country with the big
Shorter
bash,
version, yep.
Shorter versions. Everyone's going with shorter versions and that. And I think if we keep on doing what we were doing, we get left behind. And we do have to look at different ways and look at what's happening here in South Australia with your league.
It's high, and Jessie Drexick will make a play at home. Good play from Josie Robertson for the first out, but Sophie Roberts is safely aboard. The run doesn't score. Runners at the corners now. Sorry, Lang.
And it just gives the players an opportunity, rather than probably in a training environment, they're in game situation here, and they are under pressure straight away.
I was about to say the pressure's there. I mean, the pressure was on us. I couldn't even keep up. I threw my paper off the table and I'm just going to wing it. It's straight away, isn't it? And the coaches don't have much time to sort of think about it as well. So credit to the coaches.
And it just puts more onuses on the players. Really, it's about them out there, and they got to make decisions on their own. So it's good to see. It makes it harder on the scorers as well. I think they don't like this format.
We are back with the Summerslam version 2.0 in February, straight after the APC next year. Are you going to coach again, or are you going to hand over the reins?
I think my name's penciled in there. The Mighty Panthers. So
takes off on the pitch over Roberts, and she's thrown out, but the runner will score. Belinda White takes off on the throw, and I mean, 2 outs. She gave up a run to make an out, because we saw in the first game 20 runs put on the board. So statewide super replay will show it here. Josie Robertson with a great transition, but didn't even look at the runner at third as Belinda White crosses the plate.
Well, they've obviously set that up because Jordan Lambert was across there very, very early. I know she's very quick, but I think she was anticipating that, and George will get this one.
Attacks this one and fires it across for the third out. Good play from Pippa Atkins at first. Great target as Jordan Lambert makes a great play. Gee, she's the best in the business, isn't she, Lang? Jordan Lambert at shortstop.
Good play to finish up the inning.
We've got no bias whatsoever in this commentary position. Jordan Lambert's the best player in the comp. Nairne Angels, there's no bias here at all. Guys, we've got Laurie Peters is watching. He's part of the SA crew now, formerly of New South Wales, so he'll be playing for SA at the John Reid Shield in Canberra, your hometown. Got anyone to say hello to back home while you're on the screen, mate?
Listen, I don't get this opportunity too much, and I'm not going to pass this one up, so I'll say hi to my lovely wife, Alison, who's at home, and the family. I'm away a fair bit, so opportunity to say hi to her and son Matty and Ashley.
Well, speaking of Matt, I was always going to bring this one up. I had this one tucked away. Mark, I don't know if you know, but coaching kind of runs in the family with the Harrows, and Matt Harrow is a coach of one of the junior ACT teams this year. So good to see. Obviously takes after his grandfather.
Absolutely. Absolutely, yeah.
He was a very imposing man, wasn't he, around the time? I think he was back coaching when I was playing back in the fast pitch was around 95, 96 back in the day, and then he was around. He was an imposing figure. Very calm-natured man from what I saw on the outside, but probably not around you boys.
Yeah, we caught if you did something wrong, you heard about it and that. But yeah, no, he did a lot for the men's game
100%.
and for softball in Australia and that. And we have learned plenty from him and that, so we just like to continue with that knowledge.
All right, that's enough about the Harrows. They've had plenty of time in the sun. Couple of guys watching, Matt Dean, David Keynes and Adrian Wagner. It's come back to the sport, boys. If you're watching this,
some very good players there, some very good players that we've lost.
Of the game. All right, let's get back to the action. Jordan Lambert, the lead-off hitter, the team captain and marquee player for the Nairne Angels. She's kind of been part of the Angels family before, hasn't she?
She's a big part of the family, James. She's been to most of our tournaments since we've started this club in 2015. And we invite all family members and partners and wives and girlfriends, and just don't get the girlfriends and the wives in the same room. That makes it awkward.
All right, up to bat, and Kelsey Barker's pitching for the Thunder. This one's low for a ball, so Lambert getting into a good hitter's count. Steph Drzinski's made the diamond. She's playing on first. She's been put on ice from her club coach, believe it or not.
Great
Andrew
game.
Scott, shame on you. She did throw a player.
Good hit, Jody.
Throw a great game last night for the top of the table West Orange Eagles, as 2 runs cross the plate for the Angels, and they're on the board. Great lead-off single from Lambert in the 5-6 hole. Talk us through it, Lang.
That's a good hit by Jordy. Nice inside pitch, and put it through the 5-6 hole and knocked in a couple of runs.
So that brings in 2 inaugural runs for the Nairne Angels. It's been a long time coming, but we jumped on board early and took it up.
This high-level game, it doesn't have to be played high level, the fully loaded softball. You can play it at club level as well. So if your club is interested in playing, there is a fully loaded website that you can go to for all the information that you need, and we encourage you to do so. But I was just going to say, when you're playing it at this level, the talent just doesn't stop. Your batting lineup goes 1 through 11. And it's never ending. Is that daunting as a coach to know that, you know, oh, you got Lambert, now you got Robertson, oh, look who's on deck, Pippa Atkins, you know, she went to a junior women's worlds. There's no let up.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, it's good for the...
Great shot! That
That's
one's the no-doubter, an automatic home run to Josie Robertson. The first home run for the Angels. Let's watch the celebration. Don't you love this part of the game, Lang?
Absolutely. It's going to be something new, so look forward to it.
A wave of the wings and the halo.
And the halos.
Love
There we
it.
go.
Statewide Super replay, an absolute no-doubter off the crack of the bat. Club teammates there as well, Kelsey Barker, the under-23 state rep, and Josie Robertson. She liked that as well. She could see it off the bat. There was a little bit of a smile.
Did you help with that celebration, James?
I asked
That's
them,
what we do.
I asked them to work on it. Pippa Atkins up to bat. And the Angels now have the lead. They go to a
5-3.
5-3 lead. So
What I did notice in the first game, Lang, and you would have, obviously noticed this the start of Summerslam, and she lets that one go through. Pippa Atkins for ball 2. Was I think the girls were under pressure straight away, but it was a perceived pressure because I think there was 7 runs put on in the first innings, but that was only the first half. It started with loaded bags, a couple of hits, you got 7 runs. I think they put pressure on themselves that wasn't really there. Is that how this game's being played out?
I think once they start to experience a little bit more, and I mean, not many times you start a game with bases loaded, and situations in those games too doesn't happen too often with bases loaded. So
big swing and a miss.
and young pitchers and that, they're gonna learn from that experience, and they don't get an opportunity to throw a few warm-up pitches either. So that's different for them as well, too. Something to get used to.
Just going around the diamond, Kelsey Barker catching Sarah Tonkin with Steph Drzinski at first, Jess Neves at second. Neve Adams at left field. Geez, it's hard to see and recognise these players. Indigo Becker Silver at right field. Sophie Roberts at third and Belinda White at shortstop. I'll get to your centre fielder in a moment as Pippa Atkins pulls this one over to Drzinski for the first out. Now, Steph's a pitcher, of course, Lang, but I don't know if you've ever seen her in the field. With the testing for the trials for the Stars team, she was one of the best infielders. She's got great lateral movement, she's got good glove work, she's got a strong arm as well. Like if she wasn't pitching, I'd still have her in the starting lineup for any of our club teams. And if she worked on her craft in the field or with the bat a little more, she could easily take a spot in our one of our state teams starting lineups. She's so talented,
and she's probably just enjoying playing a different position and not out in the middle tonight. So
And Regan Lambert gives that a little bit of a go, and it's a stand-up double according to the rule. Oh,
Jackie Bill does a great job to dive for that. I left her out of the lineup, so my apologies to Jackie Bill, and I stole your thunder there, Marcus. as Regan Lambert's shot goes all the way to the fence and it passes the home run line for a double and another run on the board. With the bases empty. Jeez, it's hard to catch up on this.
What's going on here?
The action's non-stop. Millie Fidge is the hitter up for the Angels. Regan Lambert, runner in scoring position.
Geez, the Thunder, second game in, won't be liking this. They stole the Thunder in the first game. A little bit different feel in this the first game to the second game, James, where it's a little bit more composed here. I think everyone knows what's going on now. They're not chasing their tail.
Everyone got a chance to take a breath as Millie Fidge swings at this one. One of our under 18 stars. 5 runs to 3, bottom of the first inning, and because this game is so short, you actually get to finish the third inning as well, which is an interesting concept, except if it was a final, for example, because the runs that tally up help with the table. Ground ball to shortstop, Linda White on the backhand side, will fire it across. Sitrazinski with a good transition. Safe is the call as Regan Lambert slides in safely to third.
That was a good combination there. Great pickup by Belle White. She likes that position, Lang, and I don't think I've seen her miss one this year from that spot.
Statewide Super Replay will
I
show
did last game.
Did you?
Yes.
Good man. That's why you're the head coach, and I just commentate.
Well, 5 on the board for the Angels in the bottom of the first inning, and club president Dan Waters will be liking what he sees.
He's around here somewhere. We did a presentation before the game and gave the girls a hat and just welcomed them to the Nairne Angels family, and had a bit of a chat to them and just told them how and why the Nairne Angels was formed. But
what a generous gift and a nice gesture as well, because you've already put some money in to be a part of the competition. So nice touch there from the Nairne Angels, presenting each of the players with a cap. We didn't know that was happening, and you didn't need to do that. So I think it's a nice little sentiment.
Very nice.
Up to bat is Zoe Young for the Angels. She watches this one go by. Now, lots to talk about with Zoe. She's wearing the Dragons cap. She did an overseas tour with the SA Dragons, so part of our junior development program. She's in the state under 18s, and she's the daughter of the coach as well, Morgan Young. So,
but don't let that fool you. She's earned her position in the starting lineup here clearly, because Morgan Young is a professional.
well, that's how our children of the coaches get a game, isn't it, Lang?
Correct.
Oh, hang on a sec. Who did you play for?
Yeah, we did see Bob favour him a little bit, but I don't want to say that.
And Mike. Good pitch on the outside edge for the third out. And that is the end of the first inning in game 2. So we will take this opportunity to thank our very special guest, Lang Harrod, Travelodge Aussie Spirit head coach. Lang, thank you for joining us. Enjoy the rest of your stay. Off back home tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll make a stop into Melbourne. I think with some bit more video work to do there, maybe a few more questions on that, and yeah, get home for the weekend and see the family.
Any closing comments for Lang?
Oh no, look, to me, congratulations. You've done a fantastic job, and I think all the girls appreciate what you bring as a character and as a person. So congratulations to you and softball in Australia in general. So.
Thanks, Mark. Thanks, James, for having me. And you fellas do a fantastic job here. The coverage is top-notch, and we always will put recommendations in. And
we never even asked him to say that.
Didn't even say that.
No,
I hope Softball Australia's listening.
No money changed hands whatsoever, because we are bringing you the best softball broadcasting in the world, probably just next to the NCAA, but they've got billions of dollars to work with. Yeah. Thanks again, Lang. Really appreciate it. Back to the action, and Jesse Dressing fires one in for the Nairne Angels. We'll get Nick Green back into the commentary position in a moment, but Mark, I'm going to take my old seat back because it's a lot warmer, and my jacket's over there as well. If you could talk us through the next couple of pitches.
That I can, and that's sort of done the short hop, and they throw it over to first, and Pippa Atkins walks the ball in, throws it in, but Belle White comes home to score, and that brings it back to 4-5 for the Angels. So there you go, Nick. We've had our conversation with the one and only Lang Harrow. Got some good inside information on the up-and-coming events. Well, no, he just told us what we knew, but he was a gentleman, and they lay the bunt down, and that sort of goes foul, and Pippa Atkins takes that and makes sure that doesn't come back in.
Yeah, I tell you what, I got to apologise for me coming back in after having softball royalty in there, like Lang.
You're
Well,
welcome.
very generous of you to call Mark and myself royalty, Nick.
I knew you'd take it there.
Yes, welcome back.
Well, guys, it is absolutely sensational to bring you fully loaded softball, and can't wait to bring you more over the coming weeks every Thursday night right here on Softball SA, thanks to Spacequake Sports and all our broadcast partners, Statewide Super, Bobbirds, Blinds, Emmsee Sportswear. And of course, Emmsee Sportswear are a franchise owner of the Thunder, and they got off to a great start tonight. They won game 1 against the Vespas. Neve Adams, the youngest player in this competition, up to bat now against American import pitcher playing for the Walkerville Cats Softball Club, and she will play for the Stars at the Gillies Shield this year. So anyone who's going to be playing in the Gillies Shield, look away now.
Beautiful
Great pitch.
107k pitch to bring up the K2.
Well done to Dressick, catching the outside edge.
Yeah,
Josie-
Jackie didn't call it on the other batter. I just saw her as I was swapping out with Lang there. She loves the outside.
Well, she got Zoe on the outside, rung her up there in the last at bat. But Jessie is just finding her way now, isn't she? She's finding a rhythm. This whole no warm-up pitch, just get in and go. There we go.
Yeah, that is there. That is there. That was beautiful. Lovely inside pitch. She is throwing extremely well. Nice and fast. Good spots.
Oh, that one fouls off too. What was that coming? 106 k's an hour, James?
6k rise ball.
Pitch versus pitcher action right now. Steph Trzynski, who is playing first base, of course. Let's give her some credit. She's a utility now. Up to bat against Jessie Dressick. Showing bunt, she obviously will pull back and try and control her swing, getting the ball into play. Guys, if you're getting behind in the count at all in this format of the game, are you holding back or are you going for the fence?
Oh, you're slapping out. You're scoring a run here. It's too tight at the moment. You've really got to be getting a ball in play and putting the pressure back on the field.
Mark, give us an answer we want to hear.
Oh, you just go long. You just go long. It's 180 feet. Steph Trzynski is not going to... She's not going to let this go past her and go, oh, should I have swung, should I have not? I'm going long.
To be fair, Mark, she could bunt it over the fence here. She is a big enough hitter to just slap this out the park anyway. I think she just needs to put the ball in and score the run.
It was interesting, you were just saying before that she's been put on first base duties because of her club coach has said just have a relax tonight after her great game last night.
Gets a
Slips
piece of
it
this
out.
ball in
Oh.
again. Great shot, but a nice try to play at home there from Zoe Young. Steph Trzynski's happy with that one. She's got a big smile on her face. That's what this format of the game is all about, a lot of fun, and Trzynski puts another run on the board for the Thunder.
Well, Zoe Young unlucky there. Sorry, Greenie, very unlucky. She dived across and made the cover, but the ball just got that hop and went over the top of a glove. So unlucky, unfortunate for the Angels, but they're draw 5-all, top of the 2.
Jackie Beale up to bat. She had a great game earlier tonight in the opening match. This is game 2 of 3 games that we'll bring you live action every Thursday night. 3 games back to back to back. Jessie Dressick
Bit high.
goes high for a ball.
Umpire Crafter, it's a tight zone there. Am I seeing it right, or am I just trying to be biased to the Nairne Angels?
It's tight in spots. So
Yeah,
she's loving
Blue, open it up.
She's loving the outside. I tell you that much. But anything else, yeah, it is coming in fast. So it's certainly testing Jackie, I reckon.
105, 2-2 count. You mentioned the umpires, Jackie Crafter at the plate with Michael Bendel at second base and Dave Datson at third. So 180B umpiring at third for his second game of the night. Thank you to the umpire crew as well. They are dressed by Emmsee Sportswear as well. Jackie Beale fouls this one off and they look great in the royal blue. Normally we see him in a sky blue or navy blue, and so it's a great concept. This game, very colourful.
Australian gold.
Yeah.
And
Pitch
low.
for a strikeout.
Gets a
That's
do
side
it.
away.
Jackie, you could just tell there it was just a little bit late with the hit. The hands were just coming around a little bit too late, so you could see that with that foul ball. She just wasn't up to the speed then, I think. She was purely beaten by pace, so unlucky for Jackie. She had a great first game, by the way. So.
And while you're away, Nick, and we're talking to Langharrow, Josie Robertson hit the first inaugural home run for the Nairne Angels.
Beautiful. Lovely work, Chelsea. And now, I did catch the celebration because I ran over for that. I literally just went to the toilet. I come back and there's already 5 runs on the board. So,
How are we going down there with the social media, James?
Social media pages, we're saying good day to anyone who's watching from home. So let us know if you are watching. We'll say good day to you. Nick, a couple of comments about you, mate. They can't hear you. You've got to speak up.
oh,
Let's-
sorry.
yeah,
Sorry.
well,
I have switched headsets.
Why
so,
ruin it for us, guys? That was good. We couldn't hear him. Everything was going well.
Oh, aggressively gets after the first one. The runners have to go back because it was a short little pop-up. I think that's Mickey Collins wearing number 4 for the Angels. And no, this is Mickey Collins up to bat. That was Abby Mossman. So bad luck to Abby. She got aggressive just off of it a little bit there, and it was Regan Lambert that had to dive back to get safely. Check swing from Collins, and the Young Brigade on the diamond at the moment. We've got Zoe Young on first, Millie Fitch on second, Regan Lambert on third base with Mickey Collins up to bat there, watching this one too for a call
There's
strike.
Jackie calling the strike
at her
there on
best.
the outside. It just grabbed enough there.
3 layers of fibre, I think, just caught the corner of that, and that's enough to call it.
Swing and a miss.
Oh,
With one out here, the bases are loaded, so nice pitching here from Kelsey Barker to tie up the Angels momentarily here in a tight match. It's 5-all, and
there was some good hitting. She wasn't going to leave that one on the outside. She's obviously picked up that outside is a bit of a favourite spot for the pitcher and the umpire.
The catcher's setting up at every time in that spot.
Yeah. Tonkin doing a great job to try and call that pitch in, grab the outside of the plate, give the batter just not enough of the ball.
Like Lang was saying, James, this is a very good learning experience and a learning curve for all these young girls. She hits that to Bell White, and there's no worry.
Oh, that's a double. That is a double every day. That was beautiful. That's superb.
Bell White was
loved
thinking about that before she even caught it, and that's the experience showing right there, isn't it?
Yeah, you could see the cogs turning as the ball was coming in the air. She knew the runner had taken off. You could see that in the corner of her eye. So, bang, double play.
Well, that ties it up.
And Bendel loved bringing that up.
Bottom of the
Look at
second.
this.
Yeah,
Oh,
oh yeah.
big
He
fist.
gets involved.
Big fist.
Big Mike Bendel.
Loves it.
great action there on the statewide super replay as we see Travelodge Aussie Spirit Vice Captain Belinda White turning a double to get her team out of trouble. No base runners advanced in that innings, guys. 2 batters, because the first batter was a pop-up, the second batter was a double play. So a fast inning sees us get through that inning in quick time.
All of a sudden, the Lamberts have taken, the Angels have taken the diamond.
Angels are already out there. The runners just sorting themselves out there for the Thunder. Hello to everyone watching at home. Don Peters is watching the game. That's better, Nick, so the volume control is going good there. Jenny is watching from Redcliffe in Queensland. Good day to Jenny. Indigo back to Silver is the batter up to bat for the Thunder. We've got another viewer from New Zealand. Hello to Tony H watching in Christchurch. So,
Hey, Tony, get your jandals on, get another beer out the chili bin, kick back in, relax, brew.
Oh no.
I love them, Kiwis.
And we've just drawn down a couple of viewers.
We've lost New Zealand. That was a poor accent. I apologise. It was woeful.
Nick, you're not going to get invited back. And a strikeout swinging for Beck De Silva. So Jesse Dresick, who's pitching the 3rd inning of this game. So I guess the coaches must have had a bit of a word to each other just to let each other know that we're short on pitches tonight. So we'll give you an extra inning each. So Neves, now the hitter for the Thunder. She had a long ball in game 1 tonight, and she hit that home run. We're already talking to our next guest for between the next game. We'll got a bit of a promotion to offer out a bat girl or boy position for those watching. So we'll get to our special guest in between the next 2 games. So getting a thumbs up from our special guest, who in the back of the screen right now. Here we go. Josie Robertson fires it in to Jess Neves.
Just a bit high for Neves.
You reckon?
Yeah.
I got to be unbiased here, but I think she was wrong.
That's a good pitch.
Swing and a miss for the second out. 2 strikeouts to Dressick.
And here she is up to bat. Belinda White. I know I stole your thunder there, James, but this is exciting. She's gone, what, 3 from 4 tonight?
3 for 3 with an intentional walk, and Belinda White.
You can see Steph smiling on second. She's looking forward to jogging in.
Low for a ball, and Belinda White, that's pretty good batting, because when your confidence is sky high like it would be for her right now, probably looking to jump on the first good one that you see, and so good patient batting here from the Thunder marquee player, Belinda White. That one's in there.
That's a good
for a called
spot.
strike.
Great spot.
All day there. Good umpiring. Come on, Angels. Whoever.
Belinda White with loaded bases. It's a tie
So what's Jessie
game.
going to throw here, and what is Chelsea going to call for her to bring down? You obviously don't want it in that sweet spot where Bell can hit it up and out. You kind of want to keep it either way outside the zone or outside the plate.
2 balls and 1 strike for Belinda
So you
White.
walk her and give up a run.
That one's in there as well for a, what's a ball?
It's in there for a ball.
And Belinda White patiently going about her business here, and she's just waiting for the one she wants. Bit of a smile on the face.
3 and 1. You know what this means, James?
Having a go. Ah.
High for a ball and a walk to Belinda White. So her night has been unreal. 3 from 3 with 3 home runs and 157 RBIs. An intentional walk, and that one there was probably
Intentional in the end, I'd say.
Yeah, partially intentional. Look, just to add to the action, the rain starts to come down. It's the wind died down a little bit. A ground ball to Josie Robertson and gets it across to first base for an out. And that walk to Belinda White, guys, may very well have been tactical, and it only gave up 1 run rather than a couple. And that puts the Angels in the box seat, because they now just need 1 run to tie it up. I mean, you shot there, Mark.
No, that's okay.
And they need 2 to win this game. We'll finish this inning off. 3 outs need to be made, because every run counts here in fully loaded softball.
I was just about to say, so James, talk me through this last innings. If they get 2 runs, or they get 1 run, they tie it up. They get 2 runs, they win. Do they keep going to during the season? Not in finals.
Because the runs count, don't they? So you got to keep going, I suppose, until you're out. Is that right, James? Or
yeah, that's it. So fully loaded softball rules. Every run counts. It's a game about batting. It's a game about runs, because you don't just get 2 points for a win. You get bonus points if you can put some more runs on the board. And that's what these batters are trying to do. They're trying to be exciting, and they're trying to score a run. So Thunder would have got heaps of bonus points in game 1 as they won 20-8. Josie Robertson is the batter. We're back to the action as the rain starts to calm down, and this will be interesting, because we haven't seen Jessie bat too often here in her time in South Australia over the last couple of seasons.
Well, what is exciting about it is that we've got Jordan Lambert on deck. Possibility got 2 balls. A walk will be a run. Jordan Lambert up to bat.
just a slower ball there. 79 Ks.
I tell you
Slow
what,
inside.
She's looking the part, Greenie. She's looking like a batter. We haven't seen her bat much. Pitchers don't normally get a gig around here.
No, no.
Well, Kelsey Barker's done a great job for the Thunder in this game. Josie Robertson, piece of the ball to Jess Neves, trying to turn to.
Oh,
actually, that's great pace
that's
there
great.
from Josie Robertson.
I was just about to say.
Scores the run as Zoe Young crosses the plate and ties the ball game up. So
it was always going to be tight with Bell making that play. It was always going to be tight with that arm. Look at this. Look how close this gets to an out.
Statewide Super Replay shows Jess Neves with a great play on the backhand side to get to shortstop Belinda White. And so One out, runners at the corners for Jordan Lambert. Good block there from Sarah Tonkin. Holding the runners at bay, Josie Dresick isn't going to take off and try and steal. She'll be wanting to be advanced by the hitters. Guys, interesting situation. If it's a draw, we go into a 4th inning tiebreaker. Teams start with 2 out and they get to pick their batter.
Well, let me choose who Thunder would have a look at. And here comes the run, James, and that there won't be a 4th.
Winning run is Abby Mossman as she crosses the plate for the Nairne Angels. That's not the end of the game. We still get to put some more runs on the board as the second team to bat.
Yep.
So Thunder aren't out of this just yet, but the Angels have picked up a win.
They've picked up the first win in their inaugural game, in their inaugural competition. Exciting for those involved. And Jordan Lambert pulls that down.
The gate of Sophie Roberts as Josie Dresick turns third and stands up and to run in and score. Lambert diving in.
What?
That has never happened before. Her arms have never been too short.
She was giving you a high five, Blue.
So let's talk this through here. We might see it on the statewide Super Replay. Potentially Lambert just put the foot down. She turned second, trying to get into third base. She slid in and just overslid the base as one fingertip came off. Let's watch the replay here. Slight fumble from Neve Adams there. She threw the ball in, missed the cutoff. Lambert tried to take advantage. Watch the throw from Sarah Tonkin. Tried to get the outside. And Dave Datson says that she took her hand off the base. Well, we're going to have to word with
that's going to be close,
oh,
yeah.
Dear, oh dear. It's been great working with you, Dave. And
might have been his last game.
Look at the backhand side of Belinda White. Tries up firing, but just
Steph,
out
great
of reach
stretch.
of Steph Truzinski as Josie Robertson arrives safely to first base. Pippa Adkins is up to bat. We'll see a catch a speed up rule. Jordan Lambert will come in for Chelsea Robinson. So
have another go. Have another go and see if you get this one right.
120. Why would you call that out?
Morgan
Dave
Young
Datson?
just said, get back out there and do it properly.
So we
Yeah,
saw
try it
another
again.
run across the plate. That was Josie Dresick. Was it 2 runs that scored? Stolen base from Jordan Lambert. Tagged right on the helmet there as the 2 Aussie teammates and former housemates come together at second base.
Why did they split up?
Well, Jordan moved in with her fiance. Pippa Atkins now up to bat for the Angels. That was too low for her.
It was a beautiful spot, though. I like that. I thought
On
that
Jordan's
was pretty
hit,
close.
was it 1 or 2 runs across the plate?
That was 1, I think.
I think we go up to 8-6 on the score as Pippa Atkins with 2 out.
That's a great shot, but Bell's all over that.
All over it. That's the game.
Fat kid on a smartie. Bell White.
Well, we'll have to double
Covered
check.
it.
We'll have to double check with the scorers, but I'm pretty sure that it was 8-6, and the Nairne Angels beat the Emmsee Thunder in game 2 of fully loaded softball. So we've had the Thunder with a win, we've had an Angels with a win, and now we're going to see the Vespas versus the Angels. So we've seen 2 great games already. Bang, bang, we're over and done with. We're still got 1 game to go.
Out of it.
The Vespas will be the next team that we see.
Can you believe it's only been 6 innings that we've watched? It's like, it's just happened so fast. It's been exciting and I'm enjoying it, every bit of it. I hope you are at home.
It is the 2020 of softball.
41
it really
runs
is.
have been scored in 2 games, 6 innings of softball, and we've seen some spectacular action. Guys, we don't have players of the game. We probably should. Let's incorporate that. Let's start thinking about that. Belinda White's been the player of the night.
Yeah, definitely.
She's gone 3 for 3 home runs. She's had 2 walks, and I might have exaggerated it before, but she's at least got 10 RBIs for the game. So she's been on fire. In the field as well, playing shortstop, slightly out of position. She plays there for her club team.
The key players have really played a brilliant role, haven't they? And that's, I suppose, why they were selected, and the teams are around them. Is Maddie Cameron's had a great night, Jordan Lambert's had a great night, and Bell White with the bat's been superb.
Yeah.
So it's been great to see those key players perform, and that's exactly what this was designed to do, is to have a great game of softball, a fast-paced game of softball, and to see the skill level is just superb.
Yeah.
Really good.
Well, you see the Vespas coming back through now. They're making their way to the dugout. I'm going to make my way over and...
Yep, you're going to go and grab our next special guest who's going to come in. Nick, you might make way when she does come in. A very special guest coming in. And this is an opportunity for all you young fans watching at home as well. We'll get to that in a moment. Nick, What are your thoughts so far of fully loaded softball?
I love it. I think it's great. I think it's something you could bring the kids out to, not have to spend a huge amount of time for them watching. I think it's a great introduction to the game. I think it's got a lot of bonuses, and I think we're going to see. I was speaking to Damien McCauley, the umpire who called the first game, obviously, before, about what he thought of it. He has a bit of a test cricket sort of approach about it. So he's sort of not 100% sure about it at this stage, but he said, I can see the benefits and I can also see the other side of it as well.
Like a traditionalist of the game.
A traditionalist, yeah, Test Cricket v 2020 style. So it was very interesting to talk to him about what he thought.
Mark, we're going to bring you back in. Thanks very much, Nick. Now, our very special guest is the Batgirl for the Nairne Angels, and it's Lily. Lily, look into the camera. Say hello to Mum and Oscar.
Hi, Oscar.
All right, you can hear me okay in the headphones?
Yep.
Yeah, okay, you can. No worries. Now, Lily is the Batgirl for the Nairne Angels, and we're going to open it up to anyone who is watching at home that can make it here on a Thursday night. We're going to give you the opportunity to be a Batgirl or boy for the Emmsee Thunder, the Scoots Cafe, West Beach, Vespas, or the Nairne Angels. But Lily, you are a very special first-time Batgirl for the Nairne Angels. What do you think so far?
It's really fun.
Bit fun as well. And have you got a favourite player yet?
Jordan Lambert.
Oh, that's the marquee player for the Nairne Angels. I might pass it over to Mark. Mark, this is Lily. I'd like you to meet her.
Hello, Lily. How are you? Nice to meet you. I've known you now for nearly 11 years. So everyone that's playing at home, this is this is my daughter Lily. I asked James if we could get something going for the kids at home and everyone who's playing along on social media. We'll bring you something shortly, and we'll just talk about how we can get the kids involved at home and come down.
Well, let's talk about it now. We're live, we're interactive on social media and on Facebook. And what we want you to do back home, if you're watching, if you want to be a bat boy or girl, get your mum or dad to comment on our Facebook page. Yep. This is a great initiative here, great from the mind of the man to my left, right here, Mark, and the Nairne Angels. That we want to open it up. If you're watching, what we want you to do is we want you to comment on our page, and we want you to tell us who your favourite team is, who your favourite player is, and why you want to be Batgirl or boy for one of the teams in fully loaded softball. We'll contact you separately away from the public, and we'll invite you out to be the Bat boy or girl for your favourite team.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it, Lee? You get to meet the team, you get to walk out with them, you get to collect the bats. You're enjoying yourself tonight, aren't you?
Yeah.
And I think it's a great initiative for Softball SA to include everyone part of the family. So if you are sitting at home, even though it may look a little bit cold, in the grandstand it's not too bad. Come on down next Thursday, have a look. Lily's running around, and I hope your mum's not watching because I'll probably get in trouble. You don't have a jacket on. But it's not a bad night. It's not too cold, is it, Lily?
No.
And you're enjoying the atmosphere?
Yeah.
It's pretty fast games, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot faster than watching your dad run around, isn't it?
Yeah.
Lily, what do you think of the home run celebration for the Angels with the halo? Yeah, with the halo like that. Look, guys, we're very close to getting the next game underway, and we just want to thank Lily for joining us, and we hope you've enjoyed your time. Is there anyone you want to say hello to?
Hi, Mum, Oscar.
And what about your friends at school? I think you got a couple there that you might want to say a quick hello to.
Hi, Cameron.
I'm
on TV before you, so.
All right, we'll let you go back. The girls are warming up for their second game, so thank you very much. Go and have some fun on the dugout, and don't try and get into any trouble, all right?
Okay.
Well,
Bye.
very special thanks to Lily for joining us, our Batgirl for the MFSA Nairne Angels, and for your chance to be a Batgirl or boy for your favourite fully loaded softball team. Just comment on the Facebook page and tell us who your favourite team is, tell us who your favourite player is, and why you should be Batgirl or boy for one of the fully loaded teams. So thank you very much, Mark, for giving us that idea and the opportunity for one of the young players in South Australia to come and join in with the action. I think it's a fantastic initiative, and well done. Congratulations for doing so, as we're bringing Nick Green back into the commentary area.
Not as pretty as Lil, but you know, I'll do what I can.
There he is, Mike Bandel, making his way out. Are you enjoying yourself tonight, Mike?
Absolutely.
Good
Oh,
man.
there's a bit of rain for you, Mike.
Well, the rain is coming down.
It's really
as
coming down now.
The Nairne Angels take the field. They'll be playing against the Vespas. Now, the rain was forecast, it held off, and now here it comes. It's, someone's going to ruin it for everyone, right? Well, the grandstands are filling up, and it's been full most of the night, but geez, you wouldn't want to be sitting without cover, would you, boys?
No, you wouldn't, mate.
Would you like me to move over a little bit?
I may need a shuffle here. I did bring the ski jacket, but I wasn't prepared for this.
You know, we are
Move
running
over, guys,
a competition for the bat boy or bat girl, Greenie. So if you put your name down, we can get you on the bench.
Let's get back to the action here. Game 3 of night 1 of fully loaded softball action. Millie Fitch is pitching for the Nairne Angels to Zoe Young. Maddie Cameron is up to bat, and this rain is coming down. And Zoe, you better hustle for this one as the first run crosses the plate. And the Vespas are on the board, boys.
Takes away the grand slam from Maddie, but certainly still 2 runs out there for her to bring in. So an important at-bat is this lead-off. We've seen it all night tonight. Lead-off needs to get some runs in to put the pressure back on the field.
Vespas marquee player Maddie Cameron pops this one up as
Oh no!
Josie Robertson at shortstop. And there is no
play.
force. There was no
play.
force, so I'm not sure why she went to third. The rain must have got in her eye as a chance goes begging.
Yeah, she
for
knows
the
it too.
Angels.
She's having a bit of a laugh, Chelsea. It's pretty difficult to see out there at the moment, as you can see that rain. Oh no.
Well, she just she just come off catching that game, guys. It was so it's.
Well, that's a shame that she made the mistake. It was good having her on the roster at the time.
My thoughts are going out to Kelsey Nucky at the moment, who is suffering in the rain. Does the laptop need to be covered at
Yeah,
all?
I'm just thinking that.
I'd love to help you, but it's raining. And we just missed that. The batter just got hit. The rain is coming down hard here. We're scrambling to try and keep everything dry as much as we can here. So bear with us at home just for a minute.
Millie Fidge about to load up again here. Just a low pitch. She's going to struggle to grip now, I think. It's going to get really hard to throw this in the spots she's being required by the catcher. They managed to get an outside there. Good pitch from Millie.
Watch that, mate.
Yeah, it might be a winning lottery ticket in that wallet. I'll just bring that under.
They are looking for the $150 million winner somewhere, Nick. That could be you.
Low pitch and gets her. Beautiful pitch from Millie in these conditions. You know how hard it is to pitch in these conditions, Mark. It is awful, and she's managed to get that beautiful low strike and get the swing on the batter.
Thanks for referring back to my one and only pitching career. I think I got hit for about 10 home runs on this diamond.
It was 14, Mark.
14, thanks for keeping count. We see a foul ball. The rain's coming down hard now, James. You're a gentleman. You've gotten me an umbrella. All right, I pushed you over, James. Sorry, mate. Sorry for those that are playing along at home where you've just been hit with a freak shower. Running frantically as she drives that one out. Oh.
Chelsea, this time there's a force.
But the run does score, so that brings it home. 3 runs for the Vespas. That's a good start for the Vespas, considering their first game. Oh, in their first innings on their first game, I think they got 5, excuse me. Is that correct, give or take? Around the 5, it was 7-5 after the first.
Yeah, they've got a good, deep offensive lineup as Peyton Daniels is the new hitter. Becky Habas on second base.
Millie Fidge doing a great job in these conditions, I reckon, to be able to still grip the ball. A lovely pitch.
Well, she came in the game late last night against West Torrens, Millie Fidge, and threw, I think it was an innings and a half or 2 innings. She did well. West Torrens come away with the win, but she drives that one out. That'll be a no. She cuts it off out there in right field. Who is that out there in right field? They changed it up, and I haven't got the time sheet. Oh, the
Mobby
time sheet.
Mossman out at right field for the Angels as Becky Havas crosses the plate for another run. So Vespa's doing a great job here, applying the scoreboard pressure. Ada Caruana, my apologies. Batter up to bat, and
Ada,
Peyton
isn't
Daniels
she
on
a
first.
Vespa? Can she run or what? She is a great left-handed slapper, as I mentioned before in the first game, and she is just who you need to get on base with those legs.
There's Wheels on third as well with Hayley Benithan.
And just enough.
That clipped the glove of the pitcher, Millie Fidge, and Jordan Lambert got caught going the wrong way after it deflected and couldn't stop and change direction in time.
Well, that was the right play for Jordan Lambert. She was going after the ball. If Millie Fitch didn't touch that, that would have been a double play for sure, where she would have picked it up, touched the bag, and rolled it over to first. It's one of those plays that you can't really...
Is that why pitchers have that rule where they don't field?
Yeah, I mean, that's a general rule. We try and get them not to field or bat.
Yeah. Sorry to all those pitchers out there that are great hitters. There are a few.
Well, Kirkpatrick comes to mind straight away. Can that man hit, and can he pitch?
Yeah, the big cheese.
Chris Kiefel wasn't shy of swinging the bat. Mark Cramp's been known to throw a few rockets.
Jason
That's
Keats gets
not
a good
enough.
piece of the ball, but a nice catch taken out there at centre field by Regan Lambert. Holds the runners up on first and second base. So
Seeing as I'm in Hully's chair, I can say there was no peach for Keach. Am I allowed to say that?
I don't know what you're talking about now. I don't know what Lee's talking about some of the time as well. So
I don't think Lee knows what he's talking about half the time.
Zoe Adams, the hitter now for the Vespas, gets after this one. It goes high. Now it's an opportunity here for Josie Robertson as she misses this one and it lands fair. Takes a catch in the end. Neville Lawrence was blocking my view, so the out was made.
It's a fair block.
Let's watch the statewide super replay. I'll get a better angle of it because I'm tucked away in the corner now. Zoe Adams pops this one up, calls out the
Kicks
third
back.
base player, and takes a good catch.
That's a good catch in
It
the
was
end.
a good catch in the end, yeah.
Well, how about that? We have put 5 runs on the board for the Vespas and not in the shot anymore because I've been kicked out to the side because of it's raining. And the boys were hiding for cover. David's going to kill me for doing this, but there's Kelsey. Say hi, Kelsey. We've got her an umbrella as she is on.
She was
gentleman.
very
shot
lucky
clock.
to get that umbrella too.
Yeah.
All right,
Very
so
lucky.
the Vespas take the field and the Angels runners go out to their position. My apologies, we're going to get a correction on the camera. There, I'm back in the shot now. So listen, thanks to everyone who's watching at home. I'd really love to be able to get to you. The rain has caused a bit of havoc here. But the last comment I saw was from Laura Bond, Nick, and she said, "Excuse me, Nick Green," and she's had more reactions than any other social media comment that we've had for the night. So we just with that one
Excuse
comment.
me.
yeah.
I think she may have been talking about
Your
pitchers
comment
and
about,
hitters.
yes.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Jordan Lambert to lead things off in the bottom of the first. Zoe Adams.
Oh, Jordan Lambert.
Jalem, just a bit late on that.
Zoe Adams, the pitcher for the Vespas. She played shortstop in the last game. These two faced off last night. The top of the table clash in the Adelaide Club competition. We'll go through the lineups if we can in a moment. Zoe Adams is the pitcher for the Vespas. High for a ball. Is that Hayley Benithan catching?
Outside, 88, a couple of fat ladies, so she's taken a little bit of pace off.
88 k's an hour that was for those watching at home.
Or playing bingo.
Yeah.
Hello to Laura Bond. Nick and I will be ducking off out for a traveller pie after this.
We might be getting a 4 and 20 on the way home.
We have had our first shot clock violation. 15 seconds was reached. So these pitchers in fully loaded softball have
Now,
got 15
James,
seconds to deliver.
How did the umpire know that it was 15 seconds up? Did he have a vibrator or a buzzer or something go off in there?
The monitor there that Kelsey's activated. If you were here for the production meeting before earlier on, you would know that.
James, they're asking the ruling on this?
The off-field umpire is state umpiring chief Steve Olasharo, so he just suggests it's just a ball, it's not a legal pitch because the pitcher didn't deliver it, she just took too long getting rid of the ball. 15 seconds in fully loaded softball. Piece of the ball goes right
HRH.
side, and Ada Brinkettree gets underneath that, takes a catch. It is a sacrifice fly, and the runner from third scores. That's Harriet Rashid. So good to see Harriet getting some diamond time for the Angels. And Lily gives us a wave. Hi, Lily, the best bat girl in the business. So Josie Robertson now up to bat. Runners at the corners for the Angels as they score their first run. Zali Adams with a big job for the Vespas. Low and a ball.
Well, Josie Robertson gave this one a ride in the first game. Nick, second up to bat and put it over. So expecting big things.
Yeah, the
from
Angels
her.
need it here. They needed a fire. 5-1. Runner on.
Takes off on the pitch, trying to get in a rundown as Jessie Keats makes the choice.
Oh, just
gets under the
short.
slide, and G. Neville Lawrence has really
Got himself involved tonight, hasn't he?
he has.
He loves it, doesn't he?
Loving the fully loaded.
Big punch out from the Hall of Fame. Let's have a look at Jessie Keach on the statewide Super Replay. Makes a good call at the right time.
The arm wasn't out.
Yeah.
The arm got tucked under there, James.
Well,
Matty
there's-
Cameron's made a pretty important block there as well to save the runner advancing again.
So holding up the run. So runner still in scoring position for the Angels as Chelsea Robinson fouls that one off. Now, guys, wouldn't it be sensational for the competition if we saw one win each for every team in the opening round
100%.
of Fully Loaded? The Thunder won game 1 against the Vespas. The Angels won game 2 against the Thunder. And the Vespas now lead the Angels 5 runs to 2, but it is only the bottom of the first. So, Garran ball by Robinson and good play from Zali Adams to end the inning. So, we've got a close game on our hands here. The Vespas actually out to an early lead of 5 runs to 2.
They've got a massive chance to advance this lead further, of course, with starting with some runners on here and going in. So it's going to be who's up to bat that's going to play a key role for the Vespas.
I really like that innings from the Vespas. They came out strong. They got jumped in the first game against the Thunder. They've come out now. They're very calm and patient and have caught the Angels napping.
Isn't it amazing how they've started to pick it up already about the tactics, what to do, how to play this game, because it is a little bit different and there are going to be a few more tactics involved and different style of playing as well.
Oh, full credit to the Vespas. They put 5 on the board in the opening inning. The Angels weren't helped by the rain, but Erin Stone is the new hitter with loaded bases for the Vespas. Millie Fidge back on the mound and fires it straight in there for a called strike. One of the Angels family watching at home, Roy Williamson.
Oh, Roy.
Say hi to Roy and his brother. 2 of our favourites on the Angels roster.
Dennis may be at work saving lives. He's a very hard-working man. Roy probably just putting his feet up at home.
2 strikes on Stone.
Foul ball.
Now, for these young players, now Erin's a reserve for this. Can you imagine turning up to a game of softball and having the likes of Maddie Cameron and Zali Adams and Jessie Keach and like, what an honour to be able to play with these guys, and I'm sure she'll be enjoying her time as she goes down swinging, and it was a good pitch. Kelsey Barker, now state under 23 representative, have Lee return to the commentary position very soon. Well,
Some great pitching from Millie. She's finding some great spots and managed to get that bonus strike with
Just
that
have a look
swing
who's
up
on
high.
deck. Have a look who's on deck there, would you?
Oh dear.
who is it, Mark, for
Maddie.
the viewers at home?
Well, it's the marquee player of Maddie Cameron, who we all know can hit and does hit very, very long balls.
Well, let's talk about this with loaded bases and the 1 out. Are the Angels going to benefit from a ground ball here, a potential double play?
It's exactly what they need. Well, they're not going to get it now. What they're going to get is the potential to give up 4 runs, James, or they're going to walk 1 and send her up the first. I know what I'd be doing.
Well, we saw the Angels walk Belinda White last game, and the
Not a
tactic
bad
paid
idea.
off, didn't it?
Just shaping here.
Pick up from Zoe Young there, the young catcher. Zoe Young is a young catcher behind the plate.
Oh, thanks.
It is a young team that the Angels have. good piece of the ball and a nice take down low from
beautiful.
Josie Robertson. She had a tough one to start with, looking straight up into the rain. She ended the first inning with a good catch and the wind affected it, and then this one taking it down low for the third out.
She just took a little bit off there and kept it low and just managed to get the play. So that was great.
Well, we have completed 1.5 inning of the third game of the evening in Fully Loaded. It is our first attempt at running Fully Loaded softball, and well, if I'm going to give feedback to the guys in charge of organising this, I'm going to tell them that, geez, you need a break. Non-stop action, absolutely non-stop action. I'm sure I can put my influence out and let someone know about it.
I think we might try and score an extra 5 minutes between the games, or
that'd be great.
Slow it down a little bit or something. But holy Nelly, it hit. And it just went with a flurry, didn't it? And to be honest, it's all the anticipation, all the excitement has built up to this, and I've really, really thoroughly enjoyed it so far.
Vespas leading 5-2 to the Angels, and a very, very important at-bat here.
Club teammates in Zali Adams facing up against Pippa Adkins from the Sturt Falcons Club, and Pippa's in the Stars squad. It'll be her second year. She's hit by pitch, and they'll have something to talk about
No malice
this weekend.
in that.
Yeah.
Bit of rain.
Well, it's cold enough. She's not going to need the ice.
Well,
Yeah.
That breeze is certainly going to cool that elbow down.
Pippa won't be happy that she got hit, but she will at least be thinking of the team in a run is scored. So Regan Lambert now up to bat.
Yeah, she's got a stand-up double first at bat.
She had a screaming line drive, didn't she, in the early game?
Yeah, it was nice. And she'll be looking to go ahead here. If they can get the ball in play and push it out that way, the Angels could bring this back to a 5-all ball game.
That hurts on a cold night, doesn't it?
Well, I think it hurts on any night, to be honest with you. Dan Waters, the president of the Nairne Angels, hit me right in the elbow in the very last game, the very last warm-up for the Australian Masters. And I don't think I've come good in months.
It's all right. I got him in the knee. You're fine. And another
chases.
low ball. She's chased.
Come on, Regan, stay focused now. Well, Coach Young decided to sit in the dugout. He has too.
Doesn't want to stand in the rain.
Yeah, he's got his pitcher out there.
A high pitch for a ball.
He's already got a beanie on, a hat on, a jacket on, and he sent a pitcher out there in a t-shirt. That's delegation, isn't it? At the highest level. On you, Morgan.
Lambert swings, and on the 71 k/h change of pace, Ollie Adams was good enough, Regan Lambert, to get the foul ball.
Need a hit here. Need a hit. She needs to put a ball in play, put the pressure back on the Vespas, and try and generate a run.
Yeah, the Angels need to reapply the pressure. It's only the bottom. Oh,
That's
no,
there.
and he
That's
rings
there.
her up.
That's there. She had to swing at that. She will be extremely disappointed with that at bat.
And that brings up to bat Zoe Young, the catcher. Now, she has some experience catching with her teammate, club teammate, and under-18 teammate here in Zali Adams. So, watches this one for a ball.
65 k's an hour. A little high. She saw it straight out the hand. She was not touching that at all.
Patiently watching this one for a ball. And guys, I'm going to leave it with you. We've got a very special guest joining us here in the commentary position. It's Travelodge Aussie Spirit Vice Captain and the marquee player and team captain for the Emmsee Sportswear Thunder, Belinda White. Hello and welcome, Belinda.
Yay, Bill!
Hello.
Wow, what a game! What a first game, Belle. You came on and dominated from the last hit of the Summerslam to the first game here. How was that?
Yeah, it felt pretty good. I guess my batting performance was all right, but my fielding needs a bit of work.
Well, it was funny you say that. We had Lang Harrow in here, and you picked up a clean, beautiful one, and you laced it over to first. And I said, Lang, I haven't seen her miss one for days, and he says, I have tonight.
Yeah, but it's all a bit of fun, so I don't really care. It was just good to get out there.
And Belle, is this a lot of softball? I mean, you played Wednesday, I take it. You played Saturday. You got training twice a week, plus other commitments for your personal training.
Wow,
This is a lot of softball.
Wow, just let me interact for a second there. The Angels drop down a bunt. They beat the throw out to first base, and Josie Robertson comes home for, here we go as we watch the play. Just beat it out too, by the way, and gets the run home for the Angels. Sorry, keep going, Bill.
Yeah, it is a lot of softball. Our Saturday's game was cancelled, so we had games Tuesday, Wednesday, and then tonight. But nothing's like more important than, I guess, gameplay. You can train all the time, so having this opportunity to play and face live at bats is just awesome.
Ball's still live. Angels take advantage. Beautiful, 6-5.
Come on, Bill, call it through for us.
Great running there by Zoe Young there on the pass ball, and then a few missed fields and errors there, so she gets home. Great stuff.
I was asking Lang before, and I said to the guys earlier, there's a lot of perceived pressure from the word go, because you guys came out, I think you got 7 runs in your first innings. Well, it's almost like, oh my God, in a normal game, 7 runs, how am I going to get that back? But in this, it's like you get 7 runs, you get 5 runs, it's exciting, but it's perceived pressure on the girls, isn't it?
Yeah, a little bit, especially obviously with the young girls. I think they're still understanding the point of like, it's a little bit of fun. It's okay that someone puts you over a short fence, and just to enjoy it. But the girls did really good. They seemed really relaxed and had a bit more fun with it. And as the weeks go on, I think we'll just get better and better at it. But
yeah, well, I've noticed a big difference in the Vespas from the first game to the second game. Like just in their the way that they're coming about the game, what they're doing, how their plays are. You said that as well.
A few more tactics. Yeah, they're starting to get the idea and the concept, and you're right. Like a 4-run lead is just not big enough in this game.
So you need a good run, 10 or 12 runs.
Yeah, 100%. How do you feel that the SA competition has been put together? I know you played the Summerslam. You played the best of the best. How do you find this little format here, and the girls, they're all excited, everything's going well?
Yeah, like I said, I think they're still trying to understand like that you can have fun and play softball, and that it's not like a selection thing and stuff like that. So I think, like I said, as the weeks go on, it'll get better and better. But the concept's great. Like I said, it's game opportunity. Girls are going to play with different people that they haven't played with before, older girls, younger girls and stuff like that. So as the weeks go on, we'll just see everyone just grow, and I think a bit of music and some more chatter coming along and a bit more joking around.
I tell you what, that is one thing I have noticed is the smiles are going for miles. You see, Steph Trzynski hasn't stopped laughing out there tonight for you guys. She's certainly had a good time, and I think the whole team had a great time. So I think it's a lot of fun.
Can you tell us, Bill, about your own personal success in the journey you've had in the last 12 months? You must be extremely excited about going to the Olympics.
Well, I'm not going to the Olympics, but we've qualified for the Olympics.
You've qualified. You've helped Australia.
Yes.
You've helped Australia qualify.
Ask me in March, maybe next year, during next year, and then maybe I'll be saying I'm going to the Olympics. But yeah, just had a really successful 12 months, which has just been amazing. It's still, even now when I think back on it, I'm like, holy cow, like that actually happened. So now it's just getting back in the swing of things and back into training and obviously playing club level. Oh,
and that is up. Where are we sitting?
She's right on the boundary, Ada.
Oh,
makes a very easy catch in the end.
Wow, there was only half a foot in that. Yeah. So just going back, we are going to cross over to the camera now. So Belle, make sure you're smiling. We've been jammed under the tent here. The rain is coming and going and coming and going. We've got some. We cross over to social media. This is one of the things that I never get correct, and James just gives me a little bit of an eye roll there.
There's some things you're not meant to read. I think that's the idea, Mark. Some things you can't read.
Well,
so
Jill Williams, is Jill Williams, come and read them out for us, will you, Bill? Who's there, and say hello.
Sarah Tonkin is watching, whether it's from the stands.
Yeah, is she watching? Can she do two things at once, Sarah Tonkin?
And Jill Williams? No, I don't know. I haven't seen her. But I can see Sarah up in the stands. I don't think she's realised she's clipped.
Does she realise she's here, that she can watch it live?
She's watching it live.
She's watching it live and live.
Oh, shocking.
Here we go, Millie.
And Millie came in last night for you guys in the third innings, and she did quite a good job. After Zali, I thought, did an exceptional job for 2.5 innings.
Yeah, they both did really good job. That's the best I've seen West Storm sit for a while, and even I was speaking to their coach Andrew earlier today, and he said that's the best they've hit in a few weeks. So we're not disappointed. It's still early in the season.
Yep.
Obviously, we never like losing to West Torrens, or losing in general, really. But it really just matters after Christmas, those sort of games. But they did a great job.
Just a quick update here. It's now 6-all. Maddie Cameron just got home, and a very important bat for the Vespas.
And the ball goes behind, we've got cover, and the run comes up. How quick is she? Wowee.
Let's make that 7.
All right, James, I'm going to hand you my headset. You can talk to Belle for a little bit. I'm going to go and round up the
bat girl.
For great effort there from Becky Havas, who was with the RBI single, and then Erin Stone crossing the plate. So a bit of breathing space now for the Vespas as they take the lead in this matchup as we reach the top of the final inning of the third game of the first week of fully loaded softball action. Belinda White's our special guest, and Belle, you know,
Millie not happy there.
What sort of what's the thought amongst the players? Have they enjoyed it, the concept?
Yeah, definitely good vibes. Like I said, as the weeks go on, they'll loosen up, especially the young ones, still understanding that, you know, yeah, they're with their state team, but they can chill out, have a bit of laugh with us. So just trying to create a bit of energy, you know, doing our home run celebrations. And I think some music in the next couple of weeks will really make a difference. So,
and Belle, as I was talking about earlier, we didn't get to finish. Just on the player management perspective, how are you sort of managing yourself to play this extra format? Is this play, as you said, there's nothing better than game practice. So does this just go down as another training, or have you taken something out, or?
It'll probably just go down another training session because obviously I'm focusing on some things, but I'm not really. I'm out there just trying to have fun, which I think also will help, you know, in my training session, the games coming in, because I'm nice and relaxed here. There's no pressure, so it's just, yeah, going out there and I guess showcasing and showing off your
great
skills.
things happen when there's no pressure.
Yeah.
When the pressure's taken off, good things happen, and that's what we're seeing tonight is a really good game of softball.
Yeah, and hopefully the younger girls can bring this into like their club and state stuff and just be nice and relaxed with it.
Peyton Daniels is our hitter for the Vespas, and they do hold a 1-run lead with no outs in the top of the third inning. So trying to put a little bit more scoreboard pressure on, because the Angels will have the last chance here as Millie Fitch just fires that one in there
Found a high outside spot.
For another strike. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Payoff pitch now for Daniels on loaded bases. It's a ball and a walk. So that will score another valuable run for the Vespas, bringing up to bat Ada Caruana, one of the best in the business. Or there must be 2 out if we've got to catch a speed up here with Maddie Cameron going out to replace Hayley Benithan on second.
You can, I think they were saying the rule was you can put the runner.
Is Maddie the DR?
I don't know. No, she's playing.
There's none out.
I think they're saying you can put a runner on for the catcher earlier, whether it's none or 1 or 2.
We'll have to check that rule there, Nick. It's another one that we just need to read up. Bill, we've been talking about all these rules that we need to catch up on.
Yeah.
Caruana goes opposite field out to the left field, and Harriet Rashid's got a job to do. Picks it up and fires it in, hits the cutoff, a 2-run score as Maddie Cameron crosses the plate from second base. Still none out, and they're going to go ahead and stretch that lead out to 4.
Yeah, I tell you what, that certainly hasn't helped the Angels' cause. That's putting a lot more pressure on Millie. The ball's still wet, obviously. You can see her drying it there on her hip, trying to get some more grip here.
Jesse Keach, the hitter for the Vespas. A couple of your club teammates out there, Belle. What does it mean to you to be actually able to play with, for, and against these guys that you share the diamond with on a regular basis, but you know, as a stolen base attempt from Peyton Daniels, she's caught stealing, so a much needed out there for the Angels.
I wouldn't Peyton that.
Yeah, it was interesting. I said earlier on, I was like, I don't think I've ever played against Maddie or Ada. So it was just interesting to be out on the field, and I now know why I play on their team and not against them. But yeah, it's great, especially this Jessie Keach now.
Oh, what a play.
Pippa Atkins on the backhand makes a great play, touches first base, and then in one motion fires it across the third. You're not going to catch Ada Brinketree out running bases, as that is 2 gone now. Runner on third for Zali Adams now.
Pretty important bat for Zali.
Yeah, she's featured tonight, hasn't she? She's pitched really well. She played shortstop in the first game for the Vespas, so the drive from Port Pirie has been worth it. Tonight she hits this one straight back to Millie Fidge for a easy third out, relatively easy third out. I'll take my seat back, so we'll get back on camera. And one of the last chances that we'll have to go to social media. G'day. Belle White, ladies and gentlemen, the Travelodge Aussie Spirit Vice Captain, the pride of South Australia and the SA Stars. Fully loaded softball action, Belinda White. What's been better? Has there been anything better? My phone's just gone off, so sorry to everyone who's watching on Facebook. I can't say hi to you anymore, but Belinda White, what does it mean to you to be given this opportunity to play fully loaded softball? I know you played Summerslam, but the very next time that it gets televised or live streamed is right here in your hometown.
Yeah, it's awesome. I have a lot of other interstate friends, and they've all said it's so cool that you guys we're so far ahead of the times, and we're already doing this when the SummerSlam was only introduced earlier this year. I think it's just going to get bigger and better as the years go on, and I hope it keeps going, and hopefully the weather will clear up
we don't
over the next
we don't
few
get
weeks.
called ahead of the times much, so that is really good to hear. I'm excited for that, for SA softball being ahead. That is really good.
Yeah, no, I know a lot of the interstate girls will be watching. They said they'll be scouting, but I don't think you can really scout when everyone's just having hacks at the first, the second pitch here.
Well, I'm going to put it out here, right now. If any player that is going to represent their state at Gillies Shield wants to come to Adelaide, I'm not paying for you, but if you are in town and you want to come here, I'll get you a game here Thursday night, fully loaded softball as the Nairne Angels runner from third base crosses the plate. Zoe Young with the wheels, the runners advance to second and third. Now, guys, that puts the tying run at the plate now with... is that Mickey Collins up to bat now for the Angels? It's such an important time because it is the bottom of the third. It's the last inning.
And we're back to 10-7. So the score's just come all the way back when we thought the Vespas had the advantage. It's now turned. And it's certainly in the Angels' advantage with the batting here.
Belle, who would you like to see come to Adelaide to play?
Oh, I throw a few shout outs there to Claire Warwick. If you're listening, you know you want to come down here.
We'd love to have Wazzy come to Adelaide. Swing and a miss from Mickey Collins. Good play from Vespas catcher Hayley Benithan. Kai Parnaby's one of my favourites.
I was going to say, yeah, Kai, if you want to come down and have a bit of a throw. We need a shortstop, so Waz will help there. I'm just filling a gap at the moment.
Great piece of the ball, Melly.
It's going to drop in, is it?
It does.
Yes, it
Just
does.
in front of Jada Caruana there at right field. One run crosses the plate. That's Mackenzie Ween. Good to see her getting involved in the action as she applauds her team pitched, and now she has contributed with the bat. And look where we are now. We're at the top of the inning with Jordan Lambert.
And what a batter to have coming up.
Belle, talk us through it. You lived with Jordan.
Oh, that looks out to me. Jordan's running. It's totally out.
Oh, I'm not sure if you know, but you're amongst Nairne Angels family right here.
I know.
Belinda,
I should probably just take his mic off and leave.
A call like that's not going to win you any friends.
Nah.
All right, let's get back to the action. It's 10-9. There's one out, and up to bat is Josie Robertson. She can win the bat win the game with a swing of the bat. That's high for a ball.
It's not going to tempt her into that one. Just too high and outside.
Let's go to local competition. Josie Robertson's on fire at the moment.
Yeah, she is. She's playing really, really well. We played them, I think, the first couple of weeks or so. But yeah, she's doing great.
Great play. Jessie Keach at shortstop gets the lead runner. So 2 out, and they hold that 1-run lead. And here comes up to bat Junior Spirit representative at this year's World Championships, Irvine, California, Pippa Adkins. Who will ever forget that diving catch he took out in left field for the Junior Spirit?
Yeah, that was an amazing catch.
Cool. Hit by pitch in her first turn at bat in this game from club teammate Zali Adams.
It's just a low pitch there, but she's had a go at it. It's cost her a strike. The game-drawing run, I tell you what, you wouldn't want anyone else on second base at the moment. We've got the speed of Lambert coming around, so hopefully she can get a ball into play and put the pressure back on the Vespas.
Talk us through it, Belle. Come on, let's hear your best commentary.
Getting to throw the pitch in. Oh, ground out. Good job.
And
Good work there.
the Vespas end up winners,
is it.
one-run winners as...
Great job, Vespas. That's a really good effort.
And I said it to the boys before, I said, wouldn't it be
doing this
great for the
deliberately,
competition that we
doing
have
this
a winner from each team in the opening round of Fully Loaded Softball? Belinda White, we're going to thank you for joining us.
Yeah,
You've had a
don't come
long
back.
night. You had a terrific night as well. We've already named your player of the night, by the way.
yeah.
You went 3 for 3 with 3 home runs, 1 billion RBIs and 2 walks. So congratulations on a successful first week of the competition. You're on screen. You can say hello or goodbye to anyone that you like. Then I'm going to get you to hand back over to Mark Cramp.
Yes, thank you for having me. See ya.
See you next week. Belinda White, Travelodge Aussie Spirit Vice Captain. Well, this was, how about this for an opening night of Fully Loaded Softball action? We had Travelodge Aussie Spirit Head Coach Lang Harrow join us. We had Travelodge Aussie Spirit Vice Captain Belinda White join us. We had 3 absolutely entertaining games.
We've got a little bit of
Lily?
controversy just here at the moment because Coach Young has got the score at 9 all or 10 all, and he's had his team run back out, and they were just checking. He thought there was going to be a tiebreaker, but looks like they've conceded and gone down 10-9. Sorry, mate. He just came over.
For those watching at home, you're still watching. Everything has happened tonight.
We do have
I'm telling
four
you right
officials watching. I'd hope they'd get it right.
Yeah.
I'm exhausted. I'm like, this has been the most fun that I've had at a night of softball. I love this sport and I love being here. And it's been an absolute pleasure to bring you Fully Loaded Softball action. Don't even know what I was saying before. I think I was trying to wrap up the night. We've had 3 games. We've had 3 different winners. Every team's had a win. Next week, we're going to have returning players. The likes of Sophie Hoyle, the home run hitter from last night, is going to join the Nairne Angels. Amber Hood, one of our favourites, is going to join her team, the Vespas.
It's just strengthens the game again, doesn't it? It takes it to another level. So this was extremely exciting. It was extremely fast, and I tell you what, when that weather gets a bit nicer, it'll be great to see a few more people pop down.
At least we know what we're in for. We know what we're in for next week, so we can come prepared.
You know what's going to happen next week? It's going to be 400 degrees. We're going to be in shorts and t-shirt, and we're going to be looking forward to the most fun that we've had in such a long time. Thank you to the guys to my left, Mark Cramp and Nick Green. Guys, let's do a quick wrap up. It's been a couple of long nights in a row for the softball fans here in Adelaide, and of course our great team at Spacequake Sports. So we won't hold them up too long. I want to say thank you to everyone watching at home and for your support. Thank you for your comments. My phone's gone dead, so I can't say hello to anyone, but thank you for your comments. Our Bat Boy and Girl competition, you need to put in the comments of this broadcast who's your favourite team, who's your favourite player, and why you should be Bat Boy or Girl for this competition, and we'll contact you separately. And you could be like Lily and be a Bat Boy or Girl. Now, guys, let's wrap up the night. What do you think?
Well, Maddie Cameron's just come over and started doing a dance.
Let's grab it. Let's grab it.
Maddie Cameron, come over here for a minute.
We'll just grab Maddie and have a little bit of a chat.
James was just wrapping this up for everybody, but we quickly grabbed you, Maddie, just so you can tell us your thoughts on how this panned out and how you enjoyed the night.
Well, the weather held out, which was a positive, but no, it was really great playing with some of the younger ones, and I think they really enjoyed the design of the game.
Yeah, 100%.
Nice.
And was there any surprises in the format for you? Was there anything that took you by surprise tonight?
Not really. I think me trying to remember the rules and everything.
You didn't brush up on them like I did, clearly.
No, but I think it's really awesome to get everyone involved, and especially the young ones to get into this format.
I love the way that everyone came away with a win tonight. That evens it out. We saw some great batting, some great defence, some great base running. Yourself, they didn't throw too much to you, did they?
No.
They went around you a little.
I felt a bit nervous, but
really?
got the nerves out the way,
No. A few jitters in the first game, but you guys come home with a strong win there.
Now,
we did.
I want to know the celebration. Talk me through your celebration. How did you guys come up with that?
We have changed it.
Okay.
We have changed it a little bit. I think we hadn't really perfected it to start with.
Was it good
But-
fun just coming up with that? That would
Yes,
have been
yes.
a pretty good time.
It
I'd
was
take
fun.
Yeah.
Yes, but you'll have to wait and see what we've come up with next, because I think it's a lot better.
Well, I look forward.
Beautiful. Well, we enjoyed the Thunder tonight. I thought that was awesome.
Yeah.
The Angels, yeah, not bad. They can still do better, I think. But no, I did love it. It's a great format. It's fast. It's furious. It's fully loaded.
Fully loaded.
Yes.
All right, well, we're going to wrap that up like James was saying. Maddie, thank you very much. Say
you.
hello to anyone that's out there that you would like to say hello to. I know we've had some support for you over the
Yes.
night, so hello to
Yes.
everyone, please.
Hi everyone watching, and Lana Kaysler, special shout out. I definitely know that she was watching. So
Player of the night last night,
Yes.
Lana Kaysler.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Statewide Super Player of the Night.
yeah.
James, you'd like me to wrap this up, mate? You've said your piece. You've had a great night. You're exhausted. Congratulations to you. That was a fantastic competition. I can't wait till next Thursday night, Maddie.
Yes.
I
Let's
can't
do it
wait
all
to see
again.
the dance.
Thank you.
And I want to see the dance when you hit one and see if they throw you one, because they pitched around you tonight. So everyone,
Yes.
Spacequake Sports and all the associated sponsors, members, and for you guys at home, thank you very much for your support. Nick, pleasure. James, great work, mate. Good night.
Thank you.
Good night.